We gotta find now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find
Yo, what is going on tonight? How's everyone doing out there? Oh man, I am tired today. I'm tired almost every day, but I am tired today. But that's okay. We got a few things going on tonight. Kind of quiet on the fronts. Just a couple of tweets. We'll go over some funny SmashJT stuff as usual, and then Stuttering Craig making a comment that I thought was interesting. If you saw. And then, maybe we'll play some Arc Raiders. Grizzle said he is wanting to come on in. So I think we're going to go through that and just have a good time. Enjoy it. Come up with what's going on, Simon. So are we talking about SmashJT quitting YouTube? No, that whole thing just seems like bait. This is what we'll go over it a little bit on why I think he's doing it the way he's doing it, and it's already something that I've already talked about. I think it has to do mostly with this tweet that he brings up. Let me get me on screen there, and then we'll go to reading. Boop. And Grizz is going to fall asleep again. You know it. You know how Grizz works. He can't keep up with the big boys' damage. Where are we? Where are we? Boom. I know y'all have seen this one. Oh. So it started with this one, do not redeem, this cookie thing. Like, I don't even know really what this is. So I guess we're going to watch it. You don't get much more.
Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew. Outside the snow is falling.
I mean, it's a funny video.
Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh.
What's going on, Grizzle? Never-ending circle. Also, what? Did you just wake up, Grizzle?
Puedes ir por las tuyas a tu tienda favorita. Ross, Burlington, Target, Safeway, entre otras.
Yeah.
We are snuggled up together like two birds of a
So that's the video. No, I guess I fell asleep at a point. Yeah, the last time you were on stream, you fell asleep and then kind of like woke up towards the end, or at least that's what we assumed. So yeah, Premier cookies. They're trying to say made in India in that shitty little place. Yeah, I don't think this matches up. That's just a bunch of Indian store videos. So Smash first said do not redeem, right? So there's that one. This is whatever. This is like mild at best. But it's the next one that gets me. Now, I'm not pulling this up just because it's gross. But it says inside India's Tyler Olvera, I guess, went inside India's poo throwing festival. And Smash's comment was, Indians are beyond disgusting. I'd be ashamed of this shit if this shit was my ancestry. Gross creature. Hey, Red Stain, what's going on? I think people are trying to push a narrative against Indians. Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, there are a lot of problems with things when it comes to things like that you see coming through tend to be Indian accounts in the long run. What? How am I muted? I'm not muted. Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, it must have been something with my mic because I was actually not muted this time. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But yeah, so I mean, there's been this thing like India's always had it rough in the United States, I think. It was a tiny. Okay. There's a lot of bot accounts that come out of there. There's a lot of scam companies that come out of there. Other things that go on with it. So yeah, there's always something when it comes to India. You look around, like there's a large amount of bots that are like Indian ran and things like that. They mill the internet. That's how India has always been since the internet came up. People turned against Vic Ramsey. Who's Vic Ramsey? I gotta look that up. I'm terrible with names, so I'll probably recognize him when I see him. You mean Vic Ramaswamy, the American politician? This guy? MAGA divided us. Trump endorsed Vic Ramsey for Ohio governor. Maybe. But yeah, I do agree there's a large amount of Indian hate happening around, right? Yes, some people hate him for being Indian. It's crazy insane. Well, it's like the Muslim guys who are in there. The American, if you're a politician and you're an American Muslim, you're trying to bring the ways and change, the laws so that they look more like, Middle Eastern countries, Muslim countries. So he caught a lot of shit for this, which I think is his plan. This is his, I've already said it on X, but this was his plan. Say something really racist, get people to call him racist, and then make a video talking about it, right? He's also had like Review Tech USA made a fucking video on him. I haven't watched it, but Review Tech is not really like, he's not the smartest guy out there. And they beef back and forth with him all the time. Yep, there's some more. And then Lazarine. We are temporarily restricting access to this content until X estimates your age. Well, yeah, I would see why. Though I absolutely hate the fact that it's going on. So this is what, I mean, it's all about. K-Med and a couple of others said things about it. Here's what's funny. And here's what I like to get into. Let's read this little statement here when it comes up. For the lunatic lefties coming at me for this take, this is always so brain dead. Just the lunatic lefty shit. He just can't stand the fact that people dislike him. So it's got to be lunatic lefties that come out there, or he's using it for buzzwords because, the dumbasses on the internet will seal clap to it. You do realize that by doing so, you are by default defending human beings sloshing around in literal shit. Fucking weirdos, losers, I swear. He just isn't like this statement is either he's too dumb to realize what he said, or he's doing it on purpose. This is what I've said about Smash for a while. And fucking part of it is he'll take something like this or take something like the Pooh Festival and he just broadly strokes all Indians with it. And not because he has any real thoughts about Indians. It's for the same reason, Redstain, that you're talking about. There's people who are hating on Indians right now, so it's topical, right? You can make, it's popular to make a racist Indian joke. I don't know this. Why will he just act surprised people that will then call him racist? He's not, I mean, this could easily be an act. Like, he knows what he said, right? You can't be that dumb. To be honest, I think about it too. There's like 4 billion Indians. Yeah. From what I hear, you Canadians up north, Simon, are having like an influx of Indians coming in right now, right? I've heard the talk around town. But yeah, so it's topical to be you don't even want to say edgy. Like, it's not edgy at this point. It's just saying something that is blatantly racist to get clicks and views. Like, I don't think Smash is racist. I don't think he said this out of any kind of actual thought. Yes and no. Fair enough. I think he's just doing it so that he could do the video he's got coming out, right? Oh, look, they're so angry at me. I've been called out 100 times is what he says. Blah, 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 blah. It was always Middle East and Asia. My doctor is Indian, but hey, He knows what he's talking about. Good enough for me. That's right, Red Stain. Well, I mean, that's a trope too, right? Indians always go off to college and become doctors and engineers and all that other stuff that's going on. They mostly go to Ontario, then come to Quebec because French. Oh, interesting. If he goes down the path some other people went down, he is going to lose his YouTube channel and be stuck with the much lower earning X and kick payouts. I mean, it's possible. I don't know that he's willing to step down that road. I mean, this is light. This is not incredibly like egregious. He's not doing poo in the loo jokes yet. Well, he's not even doing jokes here. He's just saying it outright, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Why the fuck is this going? Why the fuck would I want to go to that hellhole? You first, if you want to defend them so badly. Maybe you should go to India and see how advanced they are. Yeah, I mean, this is, let's see what he got on this one compared to. He didn't even get that much. Like, do not redeem this one. I feel like he's been getting less views. Like, there's a 1K. Oh yeah, see here's him doing the cancel Smash thing. And here we come to the grifter thing. This is the Review Tech USA title, though he's changed it. Liar, grifter, and full of hate. 6K right there. I feel like he used to get a lot more. Oh well. What do you say about the Eurogamer? I might go over the Eurogamer article too, because I wanted to take a look at that on what they actually said about it, because it's been kind of going crazy. French Canadians, yeah, those French Canadians. So he says this: I've had a good run, but after being exposed for I've lost count how many times. I am now considering moving on and building something better for me and my family. I'll be talking about it on my live stream tonight at EPS. This is just, I've drum up the drama. Now I'm going to talk about the drama. It's a very simple. Unfortunately, this is like incredibly boring for Smash because it's just kind of easy to see through. It's Review Tech USA and this Indian hate one. Eurogamer always just seems like rage baiters anymore. They hate everything. Yeah. Well, that's what like Kotaku was big back in the day for rage baiting. That's what they did, the feminist articles and things like that, because they got a lot of views off of it. They got a lot of clicks off of it. So this one, that's pretty much the Smash. That's all the Smash I have to go over today. One video, one little thing. Just him trying to find a new audience, because I think he knows that the anti-woke gig is up. I mean, he'll probably have it like another year or two, and the anti-woke will start to fizzle off. And I hope it doesn't, but the progressive woke will make a comeback, and then I'll be on the opposite side calling them the anti-wokers of the of the woke. So anyway, that one's simple, easy. Let's take a look at this. Boop. Oh no, that's the one I already talked about. What did I do with it? Come on now. Hold on one second. Oh, here. I also want to take notice of this. You see how he does stuff like this and he pulled up this comment? Let me go back one. You see how he pulled up this comment? When people are desperate for views, good old rage bait, but at what cost? I mean, you look at Kotaku now and they're falling apart, because if all you have is rage bait, once that ends, or once you build up like the anti-woke hate brigade that ended up becoming part of it. Then it dies out and you're pretty much done. So we see this comment, right? George Spicy with no picture. Hashtag cancel Smash. He picked this one in particular, right? Qualifying as any race of gross creatures kicks you out of the running for being a decent human being. So you'd expect this to be like, I don't know, somebody. But it's just not. It's a fucking no like 93 view, a couple a couple comments on it, nothing at all. Like, this is just a shitter. This is just a shitter. Like, he chose a shitter, 3 likes to use. 141 followers. This is less of a shitter than I am. So that's what they do. I mean, this is a pretty common tactic. You say something and then find a comment like this and say everyone's out to get you. Everyone is trying to. They're all the haters are coming after you for your tweets. And there it is. So anyway, let me find the Stuttering Craig stuff, because he made like a little comment back. There he is, Stuttering Greg. All right. Boom. Boom. When people are Smash is definitely getting pressed. Yeah, I would say he is, but he's not showing the people that are actually pressing him. Like, if he wanted to, why not bring up K-Med, someone who people know he beefs with, because I don't think he thinks that argument he went around with is stronger than what K-Med said, which was, along the lines of saying how, at first it was like saying how racist he was, and then he was like, you left out the context, and he showed the video, and then everyone under K-Med's comments were basically saying, like, the video doesn't make it look any better, bud. Sorry, you still look racist. And then K-Med posted it with the context, and yeah, it still looks racist. Like I said, do I think he is? No, I think he's more of a clout chaser than he is an actual racist. But when you start doing stuff like that, like he's been doing over the last couple of days, people are going to think that. And you add that moniker to yourself, right? You can try and own it, but eventually it's all everyone's going to think you are. And the fan base that you'll have won't want you to do anything else but that. So, good old Craig was watching this new series, Death by Lighting. It's in Chicago, 1880, and his establishing scene pops up. In the foreground, an Asian woman, 2 black men, and a one-legged man all walking together downtown. If you're watching something and this is the first thing that comes to your mind when you see the scene, you have to deprogram yourself, bud. Like, this doesn't matter. Like, if they want to, like, you talk about the men kissing. What about that? Oh, Asian woman. What the fuck is this? In the foreground. What the fuck did I just do here? In the foreground. Oh, that's beautiful. Like, you have to deprogram yourself, because now you're saying every scene that you look at, oh, look at that, there's too many blacks, right? The internet is wild. Agreed. Like, what's the show about? I read a tweet, and I don't know, I'll have to go, I guess, watch it myself to get the full ring of it. Like, it's supposed to be about some of the stuff going on with the Chinese in the area and things like that. I mean, just by the title, it sounds like Death by Lighting. It sounds like a story of oppression of some kind, right? So he's really mad that this happens. So it immediately stuck out to me. So I looked up the actual demographics in 1880. Like, it bothered me so much, I had to go look at the numbers on it, because the TV show has to be historically accurate. Oh, Chicago's population, 503. Black population, 6,500, so 1.3%. Chinese population, 172. I wonder how he got that exact number. 0.03. Chinese woman, about 3% of that, so total 5 total in the entire city. A disabled one-legged man from the Civil War era, plausible, maybe a 0.1 or 2% of the population. And then, well, I mean, is the guy a war veteran? If that's the story you go with, then yeah. But I would say in the 1880s, surgery might have gotten better, but there was probably still a lot of amputations. So if you ran the math on the odds of seeing all of that, an Asian woman, 2 black men, and an amputee in one random 50-person crowd downtown, it comes out at about 0.0016. Like, this is incredibly gay. To just get so pissed off at this that you do this. Question: Did he saw the show, or just assuming of the images? I don't know. He said the opening scene. So let's see here. I was watching the Netflix's new series Death by Lighting. It's set in Chicago, 1880, and this establishing scene pops up. So he's saying he watched it, but it stopped here. That's the only thing he said about it. You know what? Let's do. I want to do something. Let's look up. I can at least look up the show, right? Death by Lightning. Or lightning. I've been saying it wrong. Drama. Is this the one? Death by Lightning. Yep. So here is Death by Lightning. Is an American historical drama. Ministry is created by Mike Wazowski and is based on the 2011 book Destiny of the Republic by Candace Millard. It stars Michael Shannon as United States President James A. Garfield and Matthew McFadden as his assassin Charles. I can't pronounce the name. I forget. The series premieres October 6th, and the performance of Shannon and production release. So if you don't want spoilers, I'm going to pull this off screen because I don't care, but someone may want to go watch it. What do we got? Destiny in the Republic. Destiny in the Republic, A Tale of Madness, Medicine, and the Murder of a President is a 2001 nonfiction book covering the life of assassin James Garfield, the 20th president, as well as his assassin, Charles Goodyear. Published by Donberry and printed. Reviews. Huh. This might actually have me interested. Best fact, crime, and the book seemed to do pretty well. I may have to watch it and see. It doesn't say much about the book in here. Just that it's about Garfield and his assassin. So, get back here, Stuttering Craig. So if you ran the math, the odds are this. You know what's funny about 1880 too? It was pointed out to Greg. So roughly 1 in 640,000. So you know what's funny about 1880 and statistics and surveys in 1880, they weren't very fucking good. So it probably isn't going to change too much, but I'll bet there were more Chinese. I bet there were more Chinese women, and I'd almost bet there were more blacks too. But either way, none of that really matters because who gives a shit? You know, another funny thing about statistics is it can be this, and then a Chinese man, a black man, and a cripple can walk into a bar. It can happen. So the fact that you got so pissed off about this one scene that you had to go do the statistics so that you could say that it's a diversity box got checked just shows the only thing that's in your head is the idea of diversity. Oh, that doesn't look right. There's a black man there. I'm going to go look it up. Does it make you racist? No, I don't think so. But you do need to deprogram yourself from this retarded idea of everything is woke and diverse and gay. This is just the show, right? I'll watch the show and maybe that'll change my mind on what he's saying, but I seriously doubt it because it's usually not any deeper. So now he's recalculating it. Holy fuck, this guy. Update, I looked closer, and it's actually 2 black men and a black woman, not just 2 men. So I reran the math, and blah, 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 and it's about 1 in 2.4 million. Netflix didn't just bend history, they straight up violated statistics. So if you're, say, one in what did he say it was? 6,000? 1 in 6,500 black men and women. Do you think you'd just be walking around in 1980 Chicago by yourself? Is there a possible chance that you might know a Chinese woman? So 3 black people walking downtown to Chicago together isn't very likely, right? That's what he's saying. It's not very likely that 3 black people who would have been in the same community back then, right? Where did... Like that just makes sense. That's just common sense. In 1880, African Americans in Chicago lived in various neighborhoods, primarily concentrated on the south side and west side. The city's black population was less than 1,000 in 1960 and grew to 1860 and grew to 800,000 in 1960, with significant portions residing in these areas. The first black communities were established in 1840s, and by the 1860s, the population had reached 1,000. Great migrations from the 1910s and 1960 brought hundreds of black Americans to Chicago, creating a diverse and urban population. Despite progress in civil rights, segregation, discrimination persisted, with many black Chicagoans living in segregated communities. So we can pretty much say that the whole black thing makes sense because they wouldn't be walking around a ton of whites alone. They would still probably get lynched. They were very segregated in the community. So if they're traveling to a place, then yes, absolutely. What's funny is he went back and watched it again just to make sure he had enough blacks in there. Now, as for the Chinese woman, it's very possible. Well, let's look at the Chinese. What were the Chinese? Where did the Chinese live? And this is very surface level on the thing. You could probably get someone who like knows this era better than I do. In 1880, the Chinese community in Chicago was primarily concentrated in the South Loop, particularly along Clark Street, between Van Buren, Harrison Street, and that area known as Chinatown, where early Chinese immigrants established businesses such as groceries, pharmacies, and so forth. I wonder, concentrated in South Loop. Boop, 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 boop. Same. In Chicago, bear with me. Not too much dead air. To a larger area that lies south, while South Loop is a specific neighborhood located just south of the loop. South Side includes various neighborhoods, whereas South Loop is a district area known for its high-rise buildings and vibrant community life. So nope, they weren't together. Absolutely. But once we know that this is completely possible, because the blacks aren't going to be going alone, as for the crippled guy, that could be anybody. This becomes more plausible that it's just one Chinese woman that they walked with. The idea that there was only 5 total, that this is some correct number, is bullshit. I guarantee those census weren't correct. So, of course, study boy that the world forgot. One was the 20th president of the United States and one was shot. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Justifying it as he's still coping. Guy and oh dear Lord. Entire city not mingling publicly and certainly not strolling downtown in arms with anyone outside Chinatown. I love how this guy's a historian now. Holy crap, it gets worse. The Chinese woman in the scene is dressed like a Chicago upperclassman. Oh. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Oh no, excuse me. 1880. I could. I mean, Chinese cafe. These people might be Chinese. Maybe white guy, possibly Chinese, possibly. So I mean, maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Maybe she married white. That happens. Or maybe the black guy married white. Either way, this is coping and just trying to make this fit your narrative. I like that there were maybe 5 Chinese women in the city at the time. Again. Again, this is just absolutely ridiculous. $18.80. Bum, bum, bum. In 1880, the gender ratio in Chinatown was quite skewed, with Chinese men outnumbering women approximately 20 to 1. The imbalance was largely due to the economic conditions and the discriminatory policies that limited the immigration of women from China to the United States. That's where he's getting this from. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Sorry, I'm doing a little. Oh, excuse me. The 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act passed by the U.S. restricted the Chinese immigration and restricted freedom of travel for the existing Chinese, forcing those in Chicago to stay put. That's interesting. Chicago community as of 2023. Wow, it's still really small to this day. 78,000 people. History. So the Exclusion Act didn't even come out until then, but it was about a lot of segregation and things like that. I mean, that's kind of what the show is about, from what I'm gathering. Comprising 2.9% of the cities. Now, this is from 1980. Park Street nearby. 1974, Chinese managed one tea shop and a laundromat. They South Loop by 1980. 20% of the city, 600 Chinese residents lived on the stretch. By 1889, Tribune reported enumerated 8 grocery stores, 2 drugstores, 2 butcher shops, 2 barber shops, 1 cigar factory. Chinese businesses on nearby Card Street. Today, the Progata design of this belongs to a restaurant which is located on this. So yeah, there weren't a lot. I agree with him. The Exclusion Act happened in 1882 that stopped it, but saying that it's just 5 is ridiculous. It said about 20 to 1 is what they said, about 20 to 1. And he said there's 172. So even that is going to get him more than 5. And the idea that these two couldn't be walking together in 1880 is just ridiculous, right? You were black, so you never ran into a Chinese person. Chinese person could have never worn any of this. It's just ridiculous. And then the fact that he's coping down here. For those of you asking if Death by Lightning is supposed to be historically accurate, yes, it's literally framed that way. This is a true story about 2 men the world forgot. One was the 20th president of the United States, and the other shot him. Like, is he really dense? How many shows or movies and shows start with the line, these are true events? They put that stuff onto horror movies about ghosts and shit like that. Yes, there are going to be historical inaccuracies in a movie like this. The idea that it's done to check the box for political points is retarded, especially since it looks like this book is based around the time when discrimination was a hot piece. In 2 years from this point, when he's saying that it's 1880, there will be an act limiting the Chinese from leaving and entering Chicago or the United States as a whole. It's fucking brain dead. And of course, the rest of the Dead by Lightning sticks closely to the historical accuracy. Every delegate and politician is white. Yeah, because that's what they're going for, as they were in 1880. So where's the diverse? Then suddenly in the establishing shot, Netflix drops in a diverse mix that would have been statistically impossible. Dude, you don't understand how statistics work. You're retarded. That's not representation. That's lazy tokenism. So what do these characters do? Do they just walk across the stream? So they inserted just this political shot in there to get brownie points. He's an idiot that doesn't know the difference between Hollywood entertainment based on a true story and detailed historical documentaries. Yes, absolutely. It's a drama, right? It's based off of the the assassination, but one of the main characters is the assassin. Do you think it's going to be historically accurate to that guy's life? Like, how much do they truly know about what he did before he assassinated him? But here he goes. And since he's still in the coping session that people are mad at him, he had to make a video.
So guess what? I somehow managed to piss off the internet by simply making an observation. Last night.
This is another dumb thing that these anti-woke people do. I pissed off the internet by just making an observation. No, you knew what you were saying. This isn't just an observation. This is you taking the smallest thing and putting it all over your channel or your page, whatever you want to call it, to say that this is a woke show, right?
I was looking for a new show to watch. I'm always looking for shows to watch with my wife, right? My wife watches a lot of Raw.
God, it must be horrible sitting down with a show for him to see a black person on the screen next to a Chinese person. Then he's got to go run statistics.
Rom-coms and things like that. She loves watching Christmas shows, but very rarely do we have an opportunity to watch shows together. And last night we had an opportunity to watch something. So we're always looking for new shows. We like action shows, but I'm also very intrigued by the time period between, like, just personally between the, like, after the Civil War, but before the Industrial Revolution, right? I think that time period is really, really fascinating. So come to my surprise that there's a new series.
I feel like he's just saying that to say it, right? I don't know how genuine that actually is.
Series on Netflix called Death by Lightning, and it's all about the assassination of Garfield, who was a U.S. president at the time. And it's a special 4-episode series, little limited run thing. And I thought, wow, something about the president, something about an assassination in this set time period. Sounds like something that'd be really fun to watch, right? So we started watching it, and I was immediately caught off guard probably about 3 or 4 minutes in when I saw this.
Caught off guard 3 or 4 minutes in to something most people wouldn't. I said the vast majority of people wouldn't even notice. Yeah, it's just so sad, Grizzle.
Establishing shot here. And it, like, by the way, this was not just a me thing. This is like my wife noticed it as well. But I just stopped to look at it. She just kind of like let it go. But I saw it and I was like, what? And I saw this.
She probably just agreed with him so that they could she wanted to move on from the movie is what it sounds like.
Establishing shot. And the closer I looked at it, the more ridiculous it got.
It's like every black person in Chicago was there.
Well, almost every Asian woman in Chicago is here. And I wanted to go through here because people will say I like spent way too much time on this. What in reality, what happened was SmashJT spent a lot of time on that.
Oh no. So that's why where he got the 5 from, because we saw 20 and 1. We also know it's 1880, so they didn't keep good books on people, right? It's also in the poorest communities in there, the most oppressed communities, the Asian and the black community. So how well were censuses done there to begin with? Nope. ChatGPT told them all.
That's right. But I noticed this and I thought, wow, what an incredibly diverse.
Just remember, guys, AI tells you what you want to hear depending on how you put it in there.
Diverse group of people here. And you'll notice there's an Asian woman who is very well dressed, by the way, on the left side of your screen here. You have a black man. What's that?
She was imported.
Well, we'll get to that.
Passport, bro.
This is amazing. Like, the likelihood of this happening is not even close to reality, right? And people will say, well, hey, isn't this supposed to be is this supposed to be real? Well, I'll get to that in a minute. But you have this black guy here who's dressed to the T's, another black guy and his wife, assumingly dressed to the T's. I'm assuming a soldier, a disabled person here who is getting around on his crutches. By the way, tough doing so with gravel here. And keeping in mind, this is coming off of
dude.
The,
how much do you want to bet that Craig pays some of these losers to come on to his failing podcast? Yeah, I mean, he has to. This is just retardation. This is pattern recognition at its finest. Pattern recognition being led by your confirmation bias.
The fire that burnt Chicago down, right? So, and it's very well constructed, right? So I went in and I was very intrigued by this. First and foremost, this establishing shot. So I just asked, I pulled up ChatGPT and I said, I uploaded this picture and I said, what was the likelihood of this?
Oh no, bud. I hate to tell you, but ChatGPT is not a search engine. It's an AI assistant. Like you can type into same thing with Grok. They're not search engines. Like you can they'll pull stuff up. I saw one thing that someone sent me that they were trying to say was a dig, but when I pull it up, ChatGPT is using, or the Grok was using VeraDark as a source. That's the kind of stuff you get out of using AI. YouTubers and whatever is the most popular take, not what's actually real. God knows a lot of geeks and gamers do a lot of, so does Nerdrotic apparently. I would bet most of their articles and things like that nowadays are written by ChatGPT. And if they're smart, they may go in and double check before they post it.
Of this, the exact words I used were motley crew, people coming together. And it pretty much told me this.
Wow, you used motley crew. That probably even skewed it more.
Right. The population was just over 500,000. The black population, about 6,500. Chinese population, 172. But it digs even deeper here. Chinese woman, 5 in the entire city.
Wow.
1 in 20 is what we found. See how much different those numbers are?
Yeah, because they were workers. Right.
Yes.
Grok also gave an exact number, which is retarded. Like maybe he was using the percentages first, but why would it be an exact number? There's no guarantee at that very moment there was 172 people that were Chinese in Chicago.
So if you ran the math on this, it was about 0.00016% of this actually happening at any given time, right? Which is a 1 in 640,000 shot. Now, here's the thing. I actually miscalculated this because I didn't notice the black lady in the background here, right? I just noticed this guy, and this lady here. So I went back and ran.
Just really racist and kind of sexist. You didn't see her.
You just thought it was a shadow. Yeah, no, it's a person.
Wow, that's funny.
Oh my
That's how Craig sees all black people as shadows.
You are racist.
Oh no. So I actually noticed the 2 black guys and the white woman, and not just the 2 again. So the math was reran, right? And having all these people in one place that close to each other was about a 1 in 2.4 million shot.
So, and here's the thing, like I was saying before, and this is why I laugh at anyone who uses AI for sources and citing facts. AI literally tells you what you want to hear based on your preferences. Yeah, and it builds as you use ChatGPT, it builds the personality for you. So it's going to know that Stuttering Craig is an anti-woker and that he prefers his content to, skew his direction. On top of it, when you're looking at the data, what's the chances that 3 black people are going to be next to each other in Chicago 1880? What do you think it is? Right? We just talked about that. So your numbers are already skewed. Like it's very likely that 3 black people would be near each other in Chicago because they live in the same areas. And yes, sometimes they have to travel out of their ghettos. It wasn't 100% inside of the South and West Side. So like that whole thing that all of these people are together, you can start to make an argument for the Chinese woman, right? There was very few Chinese women and very few Chinese in the city. The great thing about statistics is humans are unpredictable. So yes, you could have it be a 1 in a billion chance and it can still happen because that's how statistics work. It's also, to just go ahead and say it, doesn't fucking matter for the show.
Now, once again, I didn't.
So far, I'm assuming he's watched the entire episode, and this is the only thing he's shown. This is the only thing he's shown. They got their woke points from the government by putting one Chinese person next to 3 black people and a cripple. What's the likelihood that the government gave a shit, which, again, we are under a, Republican, quote unquote, a MAGA ran government, will say, put in the diversity points right there. What's the actual idea of it? It could be foreshadowing something, right? We're talking about 1880. I don't know the full of her book, but it may go into some of the other subjects around Chinese oppression back then, the African American oppression. So they may be using a scene that is very unlikely to show certain demographics that may be involved in this movie, that maybe are in this show. I don't know. I guess we'll see, because now I'm going to have to watch it.
This is totally ChatGPT. And by the way, ChatGPT also wrote these tweets. I said, hey, here is what I'm thinking. Please put this in an easily digestible tweet. And it did it very well, right? So
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. The world is cooked. The world is cooked. Now, listen, I have nothing wrong with that. My buddies, when they were making their character classes for D&D, 2 of them ran it through ChatGPT for a baseline, and then they reran it through with some changes until they got it right, and then they took it and they wrote it up and edited it and everything else and brought me those character sheets. I read them, and it was very clear it was AI, but came up with very good backstories. It was still what they wanted in their backstories. So there is a use for that, right? I think that's a great use for AI. Stuttering Cred should look up the chances of Earth forming. Then look up the chances for humans existing. Then look up the chances for being born. It'll make the show look 99% probable in comparison. That's true. I forget. I'm going to look it up now. I'm going to look it up. Chances. Let's see here. Earth forming. New equation. Okay, what are the chances? Come on, internet. Oh, and this is just Bing, which is horrible. The chances of Earth forming as we know it are considered quite rare, with estimates suggesting it may be 1 in 700 quintillion kind of place. But recent studies indicate that its formation was a rapid process that could increase the likelihood of similar planets elsewhere. I'm putting that in a tweet, Damage. Thank you for making me think about that. So, I mean, were the people who were put in there, like, I don't think they just did random people, is what I'm trying to say. They definitely put the people in there that they wanted to put in there to set the tone of the show, right? But going through that, like, sometimes when you do things like that in art, in creativity, even if it's like you were saying, the difference between historically accurate, historical documentary and based on a true story is far different. They may want to get that out there because her book may very well be that kind of, go into those other subjects around it, subplots, things like that. So this is what happens is I don't remember where I heard it yesterday, but apparently there was like some study done where people students were like half of the students were allowed to use chat AI, the other half were allowed to use or weren't allowed to use AI, and it ended up like the brain function and the people who used AI was like way lower and other crazy things. They also tended to perform worse because they're not actually thinking about it. They just type it into Chat GPT and it gives them an answer.
Is it AI, you think?
No, I think that they actually got real actors,
extras,
and,
yeah.
and they're extras, and they did a couple establishing shots on a green screen. And
Oh,
they're like,
okay. But instead of using real footage, they had to fake it to make more diverse olden times.
Right.
That's insane. That
So what's
Notice though,
about-
notice they're like they had to make it a diverse olden times. Well, blacks existed in Chicago. I'm sorry. And so did the Chinese in very sparse amounts. They were generally located in very packed in areas. Like, what are we talking about? Again, another thing I'll point out. Where are the rest of the shots of the show? This is the only scene that he has shown out of this entire show as being woke. So, what are the probable chances of there only being one scene in there and the whole show is woke?
about this though is like, look, if you want to do that, that's fine. That's fine. And we'll get to kind of my real issue with this. Like, my issue is not that there's an Asian guy, an Asian woman, a couple black. I don't care.
I mean, that's what stopped you. If you didn't care, okay. If you didn't care, you would have just kept watching the show. The I didn't care thing doesn't fucking work in 90% of the situations that it comes up in. Like you cared enough to be like, that doesn't seem real. I'm gonna tell Grok to tell me what I want to hear about it.
About that, right? But the reason why I think this is just insane is that it's just so blatantly tokenized because the rest of the show is pretty accurate, right?
what's the name of this show?
It's
What makes it tokenized that this one scene happened in Chicago? So the rest of the show, he says, is fine and seems accurate, but this scene ruins the entire thing for him, and it's diverse woke bullshit. How does that make any sense? How does that not make any fucking sense? Like, common sense would tell you that what you're thinking is bullshit.
I thought it was like a documentary or something, the way you were talking about it.
well,
I've never heard of it.
okay. Well, here's the thing, Flash. It's called Death by Lightning. It was just released on Netflix. But this is the first thing you see when you open the show. This is a true story about.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me look up something here. That's not what I wanted. Is a based on true events is another one they like to say. Movies based on a true story. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, come on. Really? Bear with me, guys. My monitors are acting up. The fuck? Hold on.
Two men the world forgot.
Again, bear with me. Technical issues. Jesus. I'm not going to be able to look it up because I just went down to one monitor. But we can at least listen to more. Like, I'll go over this. This is a true story about two men the world forgot. One was the 20th president. The other was the other shot him. That's true. That's what the story is about. The true story of these two men getting shot. But that doesn't mean everything in between is going to be accurate, right? Sometimes they get shit wrong. I'll probably. Come on. There we go. Now get the other one up. All right. My monitors just went crazy. It's probably because they sit out here. I need a better location, which is a good time to shill. So, to make sure I have a better location where my computer screens aren't breaking up all over the place, just give me a like if you haven't already. It helps me get to that 500. Oh, hello. Did it drop as well? That's usually what I'm gonna do. Once I'm finished with this, I may just go over to playing Ark for a little bit and bring Grizzle on. Bring him on. So, but yeah, we're at 105. It just did it again. What the fuck? Let me see here. It's showing me up. I don't even have. Oh, it does say a low bit rate. No, it says excellent condition. Can you hear me now? Am I here? Hello, hello. Yeah, I should be here until midnight. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and it looks like it's all back up and running. What's Twitch look like? I'm going to, I think it's, well, it says I got 2 viewers too. Well, I got 1 viewer because one's like the bot. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Are we alive? Yeah, it's fine the whole time until you answered. I swear it's just the technically problem. Fair enough, fair enough. Anyway, midnight. Midnight is when I'm feeding to. I am jumping in chat now, so if Grizzle wants to jump in and give his piece, or if anyone else wants to come on, I'll be there. And we can talk about Craig until I start playing Ark, and then we'll just talk about whatever. But yeah, I mean, this isn't like he's supposed to be like a movie and gaming guy, right? He literally did that for like a living. Like hello? My mic feels like it keeps dropping. Yeah. It's oh yeah. So yeah, for me it's 10. So it'll be 2 hours for you, so it'll be 1. Yeah, I see where it dropped all the names going out there. But Grizzle, if you're still there, you haven't fallen asleep yet, you can come on in. But yeah, this guy was supposed to be he's supposed to be knowledgeable about movies and things like that. I'm a layman when it comes to movies. I just watch what I like. Mostly slop. Horror. Oh God, what's it called? Found footage. But even I know when it says this is a true story, or this is based on a true story, or anything like that, that they're not talking about every incident. They're gonna dramatize some of it. This is also based off of a book. So the book is using it based off of the true story. I mean, it's just layers of stuff. But of course, woke.
One was the 20th president of the United States. The other shot him. So it establishes literally at the beginning of the show, this is true. Okay.
Yes, it is true that the 20th president of the United States was shot by somebody, and that's who they're going to talk about in the show.
So it's
they do this shit. This is Netflix, right? They do this shit all the time. They've made like historical kings and queens like black people.
Didn't they make Cleopatra black?
I think so. And they even had that lady that.
It was on Netflix, yes, but it wasn't Netflix. But they co-signed it, so sure. Yeah, that was a horrible fucking movie or show or whatever the fuck it was.
Grandma, I don't care what any of y'all say. Cleopatra was black.
But how long ago was that? So they had to go all the way back to the Cleopatra debacle to find it?
My grandma told me that shit.
I put this out there, and naturally,
10 already.
Whatever they want to read. But I said this: I don't care if a black man or Chinese woman are walked together on screen. That's not the issue. What's ridiculous is how blatantly tokenized this is. This shot isn't a part of the story.
This guy doesn't know. This guy doesn't know what tokenizing is. If he's calling this scene tokenized,
it's just tossed in to check a few boxes. Like the rest of Death by Lightning sticks pretty historically accurate because every delegate, every politician is.
So for Craig to think this would be historically accurate, there should have been no Chinese and blacks on the street of Chicago.
White. They all have the same beard. They look like the timepiece. And then suddenly there's this establishing shot that Netflix just drops this diverse mix into it, which is not even remotely impossible. It's not that they're.
You're right. It's not remotely impossible. It could happen. Thanks for admitting to what we already know about statistics.
Representation. It's that it's just lazy tokenism. Like,
well, it's the equivalent of if you had a period piece.
This is why no one takes Craig seriously, right? This is the dumbest attempt at trying to find woke that I've seen yet.
Drama, and
he literally says the whole rest of the show is fine, but it's checking a box because of this one scene, this one establishing scene. He also mentions it's an establishing scene over and over and over again. Like they may be trying to establish something when they talk about when they show the blacks and the Chinese woman.
And it was sponsored by Gatorade, and everyone's wearing a Gatorade shirt and drinking Gatorade. It kills the illusion of the time period. It's clearly done on purpose.
Yeah, most scenes in movies are done on fucking purpose. Thank you, whoever this fucking retard is. There clearly were these people in Chicago. So at some point, what did he say? Like 2.4 million times? How many times do you think people passed each other in Chicago on an average day? 2.4 million doesn't seem that much when you've got people walking back and forth in Chicago all day. And yes, you could absolutely have this interaction happen.
If you want to make someone if you want to make a politician in it, like Asian or black or whatever, that's your prerogative. But
so no. Don't fucking give me that shit. Don't fucking play that little game. Yeah, you would have been okay if they had made an Asian fucking politician in this period piece. No, it would have been blown up by everybody if they had done that.
It just seems so lazy. That's my issue.
What's funny is no one else seems to be running with Craig on this. At least I haven't seen anybody else bring this up. This is like all him and his little cronies he invites on.
With the whole thing, if you want to totally throw in your agenda, do it. It's up to the audience to decide whether or not they're going to watch it or not. But it makes it even worse when you're just kind of thrown in a run-of-the-mill bullshit establishing shot. Well, we checked all the boxes. Look, there's the person who had his leg blown off. There's the Asian woman.
Jesus Christ. Do you see what I'm talking about with pattern recognition? He watched the entire show, but the patterns hit when this one scene came up.
There's the black guy. And by the way, did I mention he's gay? Like, that's
It probably is, though.
And now we have to add in words because we need it to keep going.
To be fair.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I'm any one of these groups, I would be insulted. And that's the thing that bothers me most about this. And people are going to look at it.
So black people should be insulted that they were shown in one scene in Chicago during the 1880s. Really?
I can't believe you have way too much time on your hands. I'm like, I don't understand how people can look at this and say that that's racist when I'm pointing out the hypocrisy of it. The idea of,
yeah, well, it's because everyone else doesn't see it as hypocrisy. They see it as a scene on a show. So you look like the retard who's just pointing out black people and Asians to point them out. Oh, this isn't historically accurate. Those people didn't exist in Chicago. Or it's statistically impossible for them to run into each other in Chicago.
Like, aren't you tired of being tokenized? That's the whole idea here, is we want diversity. And do you think that some Asian woman is watching this show and be like, I feel represented now because I was established there's an Asian woman?
No, they would probably watch it and not notice anything like the rest of the world would.
Walking down the street in 1880. Like, that's fucking insulting to anybody. It's like if I was to have some show about historically black whatever, and then they have a generic white guy walking in the foreground or the background of an establishing shot that never would have been there. It's insulting. It's stupid. It shouldn't be there to begin with. If you're going to, especially, and I go back to the beginning of the show, don't say this is a true story, because you said true at the start of the show.
What makes it untrue that there is 3 black people and an Asian woman in one scene? Because of the probability? It's probability. It's probable. Like, do you not understand that? It's not impossible. It's probable. Is it a low probability chance? Sure, but if we're talking about the percentage chance of them running into each other in your 2.4 million, how many times a day did black people leave their area to go somewhere else? How many times a day did Asian people leave to go somewhere else? Were Asians always, women just always kept at the house, or did they go out somewhere? Like it's there's so many actual variables to this that just doing the percentage chance of there being a black man standing next to an Asian woman doesn't even begin to fucking talk about it. This is dumbass, retarded math, so you can try and say something woke. There's probably a reason that no one else is talking about this, because you sound retarded.
Oh, establishing that there is a truthful narrative throughout the entire time. And I understand.
He's calling one scene a narrative.
There's the suspension of disbelief. And it's funny, Neon from Clownfish just DM'd me. He said that they're trying to.
My mom was smoking hot in 1880. Grums, if on this podcast while drunk. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Community note my post now, which is hilarious, because they're trying to community note the post for citing, quote, suspension of disbelief. But they never actually addressed the makeup of Chicago back then. So
yeah, the show doesn't seem to address the makeup of Chicago, and Grok doesn't even seem to actually set up the makeup of Chicago. Like, what? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, what's the show called? Bum, bum, bum. Jesus fucking Christ. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, of course, it doesn't give the starting year. The Man of Ohio. I made a post earlier basically saying what you did, but I deleted it because I didn't feel like arguing with him. You talking about what I'm just saying? Well, the problem is it's like trying to argue with a shitty brick wall, not even brick, a shitty rotten wooden wall. You slap it and it falls apart easily, but it doesn't get you anywhere. It only gets your hands fucking dirty. I don't know what the exact year is, but even in 1880, like we're talking about probability here. We're not talking about some other thing. Like you said, we already brought it up with the Earth. I'm going to tweet about that. So when it comes up, probably after stream. Let's see. Let's finish his little fucking crash out. Okay.
So guess what?
Let's see.
You want to totally throw in your agenda? Do it. It's up to the audience to decide whether or not they're going to watch it or not. But it makes it even worse when you're just kind of thrown in a run-of-the-mill bullshit establishing shot. Well, we checked all the boxes. Look, there's the person who.
Yeah, this is something like literally nothing. No one else is gonna see this and see that. Only extremely anti-woke fucking dead-brained retards who look for this in every single show and game that they play.
Had his leg blown off. There's the Asian woman. There's the black guy. And by the way, did I mention he's gay? Like, that's
it probably is
on the street in 1880. Like, that's fucking insulting to anybody. It's like if I was to have some show.
So what is this white savior complex for black people? I didn't realize that Stuttering Craig was a fucking Karen.
About historically black whatever, and then they have a generic white guy walking in the foreground or the background of an establishing shot that never would have been there. It's insulting. It's stupid. It shouldn't be there to begin with. If you're gonna, especially, and I go back to the beginning of the show, don't say this is a true story, because you said true at the start of the show, establishing that there is a truthful narrative throughout the entire time. And I understand.
I think even what's the movies with the Warrens in it? I think even the first movie with the Warrens, God, what is it called? Conjuring. The Conjuring. I think even The Conjuring said based on true events.
There's the suspension of disbelief. And it's funny, Neon from Clownfish just DM'd me. He said that they're trying to community note my post now, which is hilarious because they're trying to community note the post for citing, quote, suspension of disbelief. But they never actually addressed the makeup of Chicago back then. So it's amazing to see. Y'all's thoughts on this?
I mean, I'm not.
It's
Netflix. Yeah.
Like let's say you had during slavery times, you're like, well, we want to give black people empowerment. So during that time period, they're all like presidents and like mayors and shit like that. Well, then you've downplayed the effects of the horrors of.
So now we're going over the top. We're going to like an extreme period of time where blacks were slaves, and then we're saying we're making them mayors and presidents and things like that. Is that what's established in that scene? Does it establish that these people are all rich, well-to-do people? Right? A lot of these people were in their own communities and things like that, sure. And, some people in those communities could afford more than others. But this now we're going to take the extreme side of it. Here up here at the top is or here in the middle is the scene, right? The scene that has these people in it that no one but Greg cares about. And then over here at the bottom is the actual slavery and them saying that they're mayors and stuff like that. They're just trying to make it sound ridiculous, so you'll think this scene is ridiculous.
Slavery. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't alter. There's a reason that history happened, and you should show it accurately, especially if you're saying that this is a truthful story here.
Be better if they at least had one black person here agreeing with them. That'd be nice.
Which you assume, okay, this is going to be to the best of its ability, historically accurate as possible. There's a reason why things happen.
So not just historically accurate as possible. Okay.
Happened in history, and you shouldn't downplay them. It's history for a reason, and we can learn from history. But if you alter history, we can't learn from it. Good.
What did they alter? Like, we've proven those people existed in Chicago. We all know how probability works. What did they exactly alter? Like, what's their intention of the scene? Can you tell me that based off of the rest of the show?
Or bad? You're muted.
Should we tell him?
There's a lot of comments on this. Obviously, you see, like this guy David Wong says, of all the anachronisms you see from the show, the first one you stands out to you is and make you dig into it. It says a lot about your personality, right?
Like, it says a lot about the showrunners who inserted it specifically.
No, see, and this is the cope. It shows a lot about the showrunners. How many other people have sat down, seen this, and then stopped and said, there's black people in there? Is there an uproar at Netflix about this? Is there like comments in the, in the whatever IMDb or whatever? Yeah, they're saying the president died because a guy saw 3 black people and a woman. Now that damage sector is funny. Yeah, this is them now adding into the cope of people telling them, like, you're the ones that are seeing this. Why don't you look internally and say, why am I seeing this, right? Everybody can fall into this idea. I have had to untrain like myself to look at it and just immediately see that something is woke. I have to look at it at the baser levels. What's the intent of the movie? What's the intent of this scene? What is, the intent of the game? I was a big harper on, like, because I'm mostly on the gaming side, right? I don't watch a lot of movies. My big harbor was people making their own games. So, like, I didn't like Veilguard for a lot of those really modern woke reasons. But I liked Inquisition that had, a non-binary character in it. Whether you like the story or not, I think it was fairly well done for the Dragon Age universe. But when you can't just immediately see black person and then start digging for diversity, right? It needs to be, I don't know, egregious. And then even then, like, it's gotten to the point that, like, none of it can be egregious. There's this point where now people are making their own games, right? And even those games that people are making are getting called out as woke. Like, look how fat and gay all these characters are. Well, that's their game. Let them go. Why are you now talking about their game? Because the conversation got moved from, hey, make your own games and see, and let the market speak for itself. And that's happening now, and they still try and push against it to force it out of the market. It's confirmation bias. It's pattern recognition. It's schizophrenia.
He hired and inserted it as well. You could say the reverse.
I'm just.
So what he's saying is the gay woke agenda snuck into the writing of this show and stuck black people and a Chinese woman in a scene that doesn't belong in 1880.
Fascinated by the response to this, where I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. Like, I think it's ridiculous because it's so tokenized. And you're saying that I'm racist for saying that if you want to put an Asian woman as a delegate, go ahead. That's fine. I'm actually.
Hold on. Is she a delegate now?
Actually fighting for your cause more than you are, but you are so blinded by your hatred and racism that you don't see it. And that's the most amazing.
And then trying to throw it back on other people. Like, you're the ones that are racist. Very woke, very wokey statement. You're the ones that are racist, not me. I'm just trying to fight for you. All right, fucking stuttering Karen.
Anything about the whole thing.
There's no logic to them anyway. You could have had a video of you smelling your own fart and it would have been considered racist. So,
well, maybe we'll do that next time. We'll release that.
Yeah, that's what I was hinting at.
Yes. Just an entire series of
just your family trying to enjoy a movie and you're just trying to take whiffs. That's what you're doing.
These dudes are pretty lowbrow.
Today, Epsilon says, "Don't bend the knee." Why would I bend the knee? Bend the knee for what? Pointing out data, pointing out historical facts. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, the world is cooked when people are using Grok and ChatGPT for data. We're gonna see the poor and dumb in our world get poorer and dumber because of AI that gives them statistics that are pulling from whatever happens to be popular online for you. Stuttering Craig, everybody, or Stuttering Karen, as I would like to say, calling for the being the white savior that he is, protecting you from the mean scene with too many black people in it. Thank you, Craig. So that's all I really have for tonight. It's kind of slow. I didn't pull a lot of videos. We may go through the Ubisoft one on Tuesday, and there may be a couple of things in here to watch. Go back to some stuff. But I think from now, I'm going to play some games. Yeah, for about an hour and a half. Boop, boop. It just baffles me that they think they've got some kind of a win with this. Like, Craig thinks this is some kind of fight that he's winning, he's doing. I was just, come on, bud. Oh, whoops, that's not what I want. You want me to bring it back up? I can do that. I'm always for willing to have people. I didn't want this window captured. Let's turn that off. All right, I wanted this one. Properties. Pioneer Arc Raiders. Yep. Okay. There you are. And welcome and damaged. I can see you there. Hello, hello.
I would just like to thank Stuttering Craig for standing up for me right now.
Are you a black man?
Yeah. It means a lot to me.
I'm glad. He's your hero. He wants to make sure that you are historically accurate in Chicago in one scene.
If I'm historically accurate right now.
Probably not.
Sometimes I walk outside and people look at me and I'm like, damn, like what year is it? You know?
One day you walk out, it's the 1940s. The next day you walk out, it's the 1800s. You just don't know how to dress.
I know.
Oh man, it's crazy.
It's especially hard here in Cincinnati because we get all this old architecture. You know, you just never know.
Yeah, that's true. It looks all the same. Why does it look cleaner right now? Like it just got built.
Huh?
There we go.
Oh, I got you.
No. I was saying like Chicago or whatever city.
Yeah.
They're on they're pulling at straws nowadays. It's so weird to me because you've got Smash taking his racist arc, we'll call it.
Yeah.
And Stuttering Craig pulling this out here. It's like there's not much woke out there for them to reach for anymore, which is sad for me.
I haven't really been commenting on much stuff because it's all the same shit all the time.
It is. I try, I'll go in and pull an argument apart at least, or at least that's what I try and do. But other than that, I don't get into the weeds like I used to, because you can only tell somebody, you can only prove somebody wrong so many times. Like, you're not going to change any of the anti-woke fan base. They're too deep into it. They're too, the pattern is too recognized.
Yeah, as long as they feel like they're winning, they don't care what's said.
Yeah. That is right. So, you played Arc Raiders yet?
I have not.
Oh, that's all right. It may not be your type of game. I'm interested to look at Smash's little show today. I don't think it has anything to do about me, even though I made a comment on it. But it's pretty much going exactly like I thought I would. I can care less about.
Let me see. Did he pull you up? Oh, there's Rich.
Oh shit. Incognito, someone's defending me. Who's this guy? He's a smaller guy, 1200. Hold on. Let me do this.
Dude, has he put anything up yet?
His stream was supposed to. Oh, I think his stream starts in 30 minutes. I want to say.
Smash this? He's been streaming.
Oh, he has been. Okay.
Yeah, I'm scrubbing it right now, and the only thing he's like semi pulled up is a clip from Rich.
Yeah, that's what I think it is, because I mean, Rich is an easy target, I feel like. But boop. Hold on. I'm gonna look at this before I go running in, because this is interesting. Because you're probably right. This guy's probably right in what he's saying. Come on. Of course. Old man war. Yeah, that's it. Incognito. Here we go. Boop. Why is it so? It's so small because. Boom. So yeah, here's the tweet that Smash wouldn't say my name. Quoting it implies that's not what you want. You just type it straight. You'd also ignore them, or at the least show the name of the person making the content. Why bring attention to and signal this? Quite irresponsible if you want to be left alone. And he shows my channel. Thanks, bud. I could care less if you beef with people. I can care indefinitely more about interesting cope and pull away what's happening here. Can't hack it with Colin, so you're pivoting to someone like Wargaming Dad, who is smaller than you by several magnitudes. Using Alyssa tactics, Jeff? Many questions, no answers. Why not monetize your haters on Smashcast behind the paywall?
I can't see what you're looking at.
Oh, you can't? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me share it with you. Because you're in the... Whoops, that's not it. Show your screen. It's this one. This guy right here. He basically pulled up my he's answering Smash. I don't know who he is, Incognito. He's a smaller guy. YouTube. Let's see.
Groceries? Did I get every goddamn?
Yeah, 2,000K.
I ain't bothering
Holy shit. Interesting. Just another person going at Smash. He just happens to mention me in it and show my channel. Just me feeding my own ego. That's what that is.
I mean, sometimes you got it, right?
Yeah, right. I thought it was funny he brought up like my tweet, and the guy's right. Like, why are you pivoting to a 30 viewer Andy to do it? I know why he did it. It's because of the way I wrote my title. He could try and use that as, like a little bit of victimhood, which is what he tried to do. Like his people will seal clap and be like, "Oh my God, you're so awful." But where is, I'm going to share. Ooh, excuse me. Quiet tonight. I got to build a good docket for Wednesday. Hopefully some interesting stuff will happen. What am I doing? Losing my mind. So I think we're going to get to a point where it starts to slow it down again for the anti-woke. It looks like they're starting to, what was it that they were focusing around? Really? There we go. What were they focusing around? I saw him make a quote about something. I'll have to look at it later. Like they're trying to find the next thing. Yoida didn't go like they planned. Everyone knows it's not as woke as they would say. They've even used it to go after Assassin's Creed now. Oh, this is still up.
They're using Yote to go after Assassin's Creed?
Yeah. There was a Alina put out something about Assassin's Creed Shadows not performing nearly as well as Yotai. And the anti-woke used that to prove that Assassin's Creed was a failure. And I was like, but you're saying the Ghost of Yotai is a success then? Well, no, because it didn't make more than the sequel. So.
Okay. Stupid shit.
Yeah, it's just more stupid shit. It's circles. Circles with these people. But
does this game have solo?
Yes, it does. That's usually what I run is solo. I actually lost out this last run. Like I had a really good run, got this silencer, and then I decided to go out one more time, and I lost all my guns that I had. But yeah, it's got a solo mode. It doesn't have duos, and I think it needs duos to just because you go in as a duo. You can go in as a duo, but you're going into trios. So you're going in one man down.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Which isn't it can be fun. Like the other day we took down one of the larger bosses, the Leaper, and that was running into another 3 people, but then other times you just get taken out. It's a little bit more vicious in trio. People get.
I don't think I've ever played an extraction shooter before.
I actually haven't until this one. I mean, I guess I used to play what was that Arma mod? The zombie Daisy. I used to play Daisy. That's kind of extraction. It's kind of like the first in its genre, but let's go back here.
Yeah, I remember when that came out. I think I played the demo. But it was like extremely buggy back then.
Oh yeah. It was. That's probably when it was still like maybe when it was still a mod for Arma.
Yeah.
A propaganda game.
It was still a mod. Well, I need to try something.
Let's just do we're gonna do a. Who sent me? Oh, sorry, bud. This is the first one I've seriously gotten into. I didn't think I was sweaty enough for Tarkov. On top of it, Tarkov's like payment plan, their monetization system is fucking horrible. Like some of their DLCs are like $150. And then they've taken stuff away from players. They've done other crazy shit.
I'm just testing. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I just put on push the talk. I was just testing it out.
Okay. Fair enough. So what's been going on, Damage? Since you haven't been arguing with the wokes or making your little memes, what you been up to?
Mainly working with my kid on writing skills.
Ah, that's always fun. I have similar things. All of our kids are homeschooled, so my wife is much better than I am at doing any of that, though.
Are they homeschooled because you're out in the country, or is it just like a personal thing?
It's a personal thing. So it happened around COVID, and basically the only one that was in school was my oldest, and the whole idea around them sitting what the schools wanted to do is give them a tablet to sit in front of the teacher and talk. And there were just so many problems. Like other kids weren't paying attention, and it was causing disruptions with kids. The teacher, like you have your kid at home, you're trying to work from home and watch your kid who's supposed to be paying attention at school. So we're like, if we're going to do this, let's just look into homeschooling. So we looked into homeschooling, started doing it, and we've been doing it ever since.
I hear you.
Yeah. It's got some advantages and disadvantages. And I think at some point we do have to start paying like better, like depending on what our kids want to do, focus on different things. But other than that, they like it. Just, they can have any day off.
I did it for my last 2 years of high school, but that's just because I wanted to do some computer classes that my school didn't offer.
Nice. Whoops. I didn't want to drop that on the ground, motherfucker. Like I said, we just stuck with it, and it's been working out so far. We'll see on whether my kids become geniuses or whether I completely failed them educationally. It's going to be one or the other. Now, my wife's super smart.
Yeah, there's one person that we know that started homeschooling during COVID as well. I don't know the reason though. Like, I don't know because their kid was pretty young. They were only in first grade, so.
Ours was too. With it, I think it was just because it was easier in first grade, and we're different. Like for us, we have her family has a very established base. Like they live pretty much right down the road. Grandma watches the kids and does school stuff with them during the day. We do school stuff with them at night. So ours fell into like a good community, a little village to be able to do it.
I've arrived.
Oh, Grizzle, what's going on?
What's up, Grizzle?
Hanging out.
Living the dream. You woke up a little bit. No more sleepy time.
Wasn't sleeping. Misunderstood.
Disinterested? Thanks.
Oh, that's not what I said.
Mm-hmm.
How's your game?
It's going good, man. I'm liking this game. I suck at it because I haven't. Oh. Friendly. What's up, bud? What'd you say?
You know what's kind of funny to me? This is like a weirdly mainstream version of like the Fallout 76 community. And it's weird and kind of scary that it's like managed to go to like dangerous levels of like that many players. Like it's a lot of players and it's not toxic. Ooh, that almost feels like there's like a tippy balance that is scary and be like it's gonna happen. I feel like one day.
Yeah, well, I feel like
live in paradise for now.
Yeah, Well, single player, like solo, tends to be the friendlier one. Everyone is fighting again due to the sales of Ghost of Yotai. Yeah. I mean, I think that's going to be a thing until the next thing comes up. Solo is very friendly. But like I said, like I was telling Damage, doing trios, like running with my brother-in-law and Shara, who I know from X. What was her things like? There be dragons or something like that is her name. I've ran with her a few times, and it can get pretty crazy. And I've seen some toxic things in the community, but I think most people just
it's
accept it.
You just like there's always going to be an abrasive archetype.
Yeah.
And you can just LARP that as just a shitty raider or whatever.
Just randomly running. Yeah, right.
They're just a feral man or woman.
Just a feral. We'll go to the water treatment.
Go to water treatment control.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting environment. Like I said, one time you'll meet up with people in a big group. The next, someone will set traps inside of the elevator and bomb you when you're trying to leave. But yeah, I think they're going to be holding on to the ghosts, the tales of Ghost of Yotai for a while, unless something happens to come out. I have seen.
I don't even know. Like nothing. I can't think of anything on the horizon. Possibly Cortana. Oh no! However she looks like in the new Halo game, that's gonna determine our next life.
True. What have you done to my Halo?
Cortana.
Oh shit! That's a player.
Normal person too. It was just Halo 4 that was off the wall. It was only Halo 4's model that truly was like, god damn. But it was, I don't know, I like Halo 1 and 2.
Go.
Go. Ethereal, weird hologram lady. Look, she kind of liked to cross the line of being a Karen. She knew it, that it would bother you, but it's kind of like a buddy cop thing. It's great.
Yeah.
I was replaying Halo 1, and you never know how much just late epic humor is in that game, actually.
Yeah, I guess it's surprising because it was so long ago when I played it.
It juxtaposes the terrorizing dark lore, and then they just do some goofy slapstick stuff sometimes. It's great, but it's old school kind of humor, and it's nice.
Did you watch the show, Grizzle?
Which one?
The Halo show?
No.
Alright, well, don't.
There's no I tried to give it some thought before, I didn't try to jump down and throw it immediately, but it determined that it just wasn't.
Oh shit.
Season 2 was a bit better though, but it's just arguably the most funny thing to me is they haven't even stepped into Halo 1's toes yet, so they could literally just soft reboot and actually just follow the games and do extra missions in between. That's what I would do. If you want to just free trade Master Chief, do some add some extra filler arcs between missions that you normally see.
I'm not used to having this shitty weapon. Oh shit, there he is. I'm fucked. Luckily it's a free build.
This year's Game of the Year award is gonna be so awesome, honestly. It's a fight.
I mean, the anti-woke are already upset because of
that weird corny thing,
yeah.
Which I feel the reason why, and I honestly, this is my down-to-earth think of that, is that the composer is French. That's why.
Probably.
No, it is. I looked it up. The composer that would have been up for the running is French for that game.
Nice.
And all the other ones are American for some reason.
Surveyor, I can't.
The Grammys or Emmys or whatever.
Yeah, they were mad about the musicians and things like that were in there.
So I think they're just being weird, corny American people who just don't like anything from anywhere else.
Yeah.
You'll never see anime win anything from them because they're Japan.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with the Grammys and the Game Awards and all these other things. Oh shit.
That's the end of the day. They're just basically what they replaced E3 for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm there for. The cool trailers. And sure, an award's fun and all, but that's the trailer. Come on.
Yeah.
Entertainment. It's just good entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be a good
That's what everyone comes for.
I like it. I'm okay with my ads. I prefer, Todd Howard comes out of nowhere, says, "J.K. Lowell, here is Elder Scrolls 6 right here, right now. It launched. Stop.
Right.
A shadow launch."
Elder Scrolls 6 shadow launch.
E3 though.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Because those are bigger. It definitely was.
Friendly, bud. Watch out! You got a Rocketeer the direction you're heading.
It's just too bad they all faded, but it's whatever. Summer Games Fest is pretty good. It's kind of honestly scattered throughout the year, decent, honestly. So it's kind of like you have all the different pieces of E3, it's just split throughout the year now.
Oh shit, where is he? Oh, hey.
I don't know, but I'm sure Exhibition will get some awards. I'm sure
it'll get.
They don't need any extra people. People don't need a bat for it as much as they sometimes do.
Yeah.
It's like it earned its own respect, man.
I mean, I can understand being disappointed that it's not on there. I think it's a good game, but we're just gonna get out of here.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Reasoning is boring. Pardon me, old people run those things and they don't really view.
Yeah.
They just go for the mainstream, what they perceive as their mainstream.
Fuck me.
That's why Game Awards are just better for awards anyway for games, because they're a little least tighter, and even the drama there feels less out of, it's still gamer drama.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel awkward.
We're gonna try and sneak into this elevator.
And, Jeff is in charge of a lot of stuff, so he's got to take the hits. And he seems like he's pretty good at it, actually.
Yeah.
I've never seen him really chained in years. He's always getting shit on, and he just seems like a happy little guy. Yeah, he just does.
He just does his thing. Well, I mean, that's what you got to do. Like, there's.
That's what look like it's buckling. It's every year it seems successful. It's not too big, it's not too small. It seems like perfect little thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think when it comes to like a lot of these guys, they're starting to realize that if you just ignore the craziness online, you will
your perspective helps. It evolves a little bit, because then you start to actually look at what you've learned in the past, like your life, and you're like, okay, things are this way because maybe sometimes things are sometimes this way. Never go 100% on anything, honestly. That's what I've been living by. Never 100% on any sort of thing.
Yeah.
Never always certain. Always, be wary. And be okay, checking myself. People seem so freaking grumpy, getting all corrected for not even like aggressively corrected either. Sometimes, like the whole Smash versus his arch nemesis lately, beyond you, obviously. What was his name again? Colin?
Oh yeah, Colin
Mulgarity.
Yeah, like that whole thing started with him legit just reaching out. It didn't seem like it was that aggressive, and it just evolved into it because there was just no give in admitting it's okay. They were just like, okay, yeah, at that point, if you just he could have just let it go, like quietly too. They're good at that, and he just didn't even do that. He just had to keep going.
Oh, he had to. I think pride was hit in that one, and he felt like if he didn't say anything, he was laying down like a dog. Because that's what it seemed to do.
They don't respect genuine attempts to talk, though. It's like every time it happens, it does devolve, is because these specific personalities just show who they really are, but then pretend to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
Or at least use their audience as a crutch.
Yeah.
They were so bad. They like to make it like people who dislike a person specifically, like is equals disliking their crowd, which is such an odd thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people just view people because they might not know things. But
All got to his head.
Yeah, it did. It's exactly what happened, and it's just a poll. Like, there's a certain amount of it that's right. That there was a lot of I won't say Colin's audience. I don't think it was a lot of Colin's audience. Smash has a lot of haters.
heard about it. This was a very interesting circle of things happening.
I wish I could have been there to stream it, but I was so exhausted. I would have been falling asleep while trying to go over it. But people's got to stop worrying about things they can't control, especially when you get old. Time is precious. Agreed. Agreed. It's, I used to be like that. Like, I would see something and be like, oh, that's woke as fuck. I'm out of here. But as I've gotten older, I've been like, does it really matter? Like, yeah, this game I probably won't play, but someone else probably will and enjoy it. And to me, that's all that matters. How many games come out every day? Hundreds.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff. And there's stuff that's kind of like semi-popular in their own like bubble that they never heard of.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, there's communities that spread out. The company might not have made any money off of it, but the game will become a cult classic, just like anything else. I am go to the workshops. As you can see, I'm ADHD. I'm constantly clicking stuff. Need to go here. And we're gonna bring this bad boy.
I'm gonna tell you something because I don't think you know. But, did you know that Smash offered to have me on his stream not too long ago?
Really? Not too long ago. Awesome.
He was talking about the Colin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was being honest when I told him. I was like, look, I can see both of yours. Like, I agree with both of you on some things, and it's driving me crazy, and I just want to talk to you about it. And I told him, like, if you want to do this off stream, that's fine. If you want to do it on stream, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
He told me to DM him and that he would try and slot me in.
Scary.
Interesting.
However, I don't know if I would take it simply because I would talk to him, but I would rather talk to him off stream.
That's fair. You're not normally, you're not like a streamer or a personality or anything like that. So yeah, I could see that.
I'm not, but the main reason is because when he's on stream, he's in full I'm SmashJT mode. And when I talk to him on his gaming stream, which is smaller, has a lot less people in it, and every time I've DM'd him, he has been completely different versus than how I would assume he would treat me in front of that large audience of anti-wokers.
Yeah. I could absolutely believe that. There's a whole, everybody puts on a little bit of a act, or at least some form of act online. Like you're going, that's just natural. So I could absolutely believe that. Like, I believe there possibly, at least at the start of SmashJT, was a nice guy who just wanted to do things. And I think he's gotten lost in the sauce. And I don't hate SmashJT as much as I go at him. I don't hate anybody generally, for the most part.
The only one I really dislike is Grubs.
Well, yeah,
man, it's Satan incarnate.
I don't like scammers.
I personally think he's a legit delete his account from existence, and actually things would probably feel better.
Yeah.
The one person I say censor.
Red Stain says he enjoys Sector's face edits. They're so funny. I do too. I
haven't done many of those much either.
Yeah.
Lately anyway.
Honestly, I've just been disengaged from just even responding to these people anymore, because they're all just psychos.
Even I've done some things. It kind of kicked up steam a little bit here over the last couple of weeks with the Ghost of Yotai stuff, but I knew that was going to happen. So
I can draw. I just don't know if do funny niche with that sometimes.
Yeah.
I got my fame for what was his name? Chadversity. Got him to delete a tweet, and it was really funny.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he posted like an AI image of like some really large four-headed like Red Riding Hood, and was talking about he's just doing the usual kind of roll your eyes AI bro kind of thing,
Yeah.
typical. And he is kind of a special kind of dude, because like if you know who his brother is, he's literally an artist who has an entire channel dedicated to tutorials. Hundreds of videos are tutorials. And that's crazy to me that his own brother is that, and then he does AI stuff too. And this was years ago, where even I think arguably less favorable than it is now.
Huh. Ooh, the harvester.
But his brother never really brought it up. He kind of ignored him.
Oh.
Yeah, like you never would have known. But they were siblings, and it makes you look at him and look more like bad. Like, why? It just feels kind of like petty. I think it's because he was starting to. He used to be like a sword dude, and I think that gig was falling apart. But anyway, he posted that, and then because I thought it was like kind of Mega Mind looking, I went and painted over it, I removed the hair, and just made this really funny bald edit, and just ratioed, and he deleted it.
No. Nice.
It was like last March, like last year. It was really funny. Because I was just like, man, she just literally looks like Mega Mind if you just remove the hair.
That's funny. It's crazy how easily some people will just delete stuff on there. I'll give Smash props on that. He's pretty good about keeping it up.
Oh, sometimes.
Sometimes. I haven't seen him.
Andy's more slimy.
Oh yeah,
Indy's
100% slimier.
Rams is just stupid, but he somehow fails stupidly.
He fails up.
He's maxed his luck. That's all.
Yeah. Well, he's surrounded by people who will glaze him all day. It doesn't matter what he does. We've heard Craig's take on the scamming. He's like, "Oh, I don't care because." Good.
That they don't understand that just sullies their POVs on things. Like, I don't get why people are like that. It's like you can't attack strangers even, while your closest ally or closest friends even are doing the exact same thing. That means you're letting that be around you closer than even anybody else, even closer than the media that got quote unquote ruined. That's a person near you. And you just don't care, and it just feels empty then that everything you put online is just purely empty.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a big. Oh, that was dumb of me. Okay, like when it comes to the anti-woke content as a whole, it's all rinse and repeat. Like, at least with something like, say, yeah, exactly. At least something with like the commentary community drama, they'll start beefing with each other over different takes and stuff. Like they give their take, and sometimes it's very similar. Sometimes they start fighting with each other.
You know what this is? I feel like the internet's turning into now more.
What?
And it's just because millennials are more doing it. This is just internet e-news and tons of just podcasts about just. Now we have celebrities that live completely online. They don't just do movies. They just are people, popular people.
But people nonetheless.
Everybody's just talking to each other. Everyone's got their Joker.
Everyone's got their Joker, or their Moriarty, even though I know that's not his name.
I don't know. My mind was blocked me already, and that was it. Which was Lords of the Fallen CEO.
Yeah. God.
It's funny. I would respect. He's one of those people. He's like a little mini. He's a little. Who's the guy who Randy Pitchfork? He's like a little mini Randy Pitchfork from Poland. And if you just shut up, I would like your thing more.
Right.
Are you saying Randy Pitchford or Randy Pitchfork?
I don't know. Whatever the Borderlands.
I think he said both.
Pitchfork is so good though.
This point.
That guy pisses off so many people, so that name's appropriate.
And he like hurt the damn game. It's like, come on, dude, shut. Oh, your vibe, you're breaking the vibe. Like I barely hear anybody complain about the story. Like I see critical things, sure, but I haven't heard anything about like.
Get it,
I
bud.
remember back when 3 came out, it was like super like it was SJW this and that.
Nice try.
I didn't hear a thing about this one, and I'm pretty sure the Vikings gay, which is cool, cause yeah. I'm the token gay friend here.
You are the token gay friend here, but that's all right. We like hetero.
You only get that joke once.
Well, I'll use it for eternity. We'll put the anvil in the safe. Oh, I can't put the anvil in the safe pocket. I can put that. Or as I like to call it, the prison pocket.
Grizzled, I have a question.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You were talking about Mass Effect recently, and then you used the word grizzle or grizzled. Can you explain that to me? It was in reference to Krogans.
What about him?
You were talking about Mass Effect. The new Mass Effect that's going to come out.
Oh, because there was like Krogan art, yeah.
Yeah, there was something about the Krogan design. I don't know what it was. But then you used the word grizzle or grizzled, like in relation to that. But I don't get it. Can you explain it to me?
I'm trying to see what kind of trap this is here.
Wait, does grizzle mean something that I don't know? Like, because I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, and I'm sitting there thinking like
they're grizzled. I don't know, like soldiers, like guys, I guess. But no,
wait.
grizzled is based off of like a character I was making like way when I was like 14 years old. I was gonna be a bear before I decided on a lizard.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with Mass Effect.
No. But I have played it when I was making that though. Like I've literally played Mass Effect 2 when it came out.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome, Deadly Duke. Pointless noise. My take is all of this is shit. Both sides are cringe. The world is now transactional identities fighting for relevance. Yes. And that's what I do. I will be cringe. Huh?
It is kind of drama capitalism if you think about it.
Yeah, it actually is.
Evolution of it. I don't know. Like I said, you get like new people who are like, because they're like living in a time period where a bunch of people are online growing up now.
Yeah.
We have a whole new like DNA, or not DNA. Be stupid. New kind of people in general compared to the last 100 years, because have so much internet, so many games, so many things.
Well, yeah, like even millennials and zennials, like they weren't online all the time. Like they were the in-betweens kind of there. But now we have kids who literally from birth to now are becoming adults that have never been without.
18. I don't know, he plays Roblox a lot, which seems to be like the primary. Every single child on the planet plays Roblox.
Nope, I don't let my kids play Roblox. It is not happening.
It's probably for the best, to be fair, but it's just insane.
I let them play.
I played it way back in the day, though, when it was innocent.
We let our kids play it once, but then, like, just looking at everything, I was like, no, y'all, that's not good. We're done.
Nah, it's too, like, I don't know, unironically,
that is a...
which made it an adult game. Which didn't need to be. They could have just made a different game.
Oh, God. There's the other one. Ooh. Someone is fighting a bastion.
As an audio file, I gotta say that machine gun sound, whoever designed that sound deserves an award.
Dude, the sound in this game as a whole is just like peak. Like it is, the whole game is pretty much designed around sound.
Yeah, in general, just sound design is really great. I'm glad I'm more appreciating like sound OSTs and stuff.
Should have brought some stickies.
Kind of an important part of the game. Also, it makes me feel snootier. I mean, I don't know. It makes you a better connoisseur of games. I feel if you start appreciating music, there is a level that burns sneakiness there.
Yeah.
That's just me. I don't care. I don't care if you disagree. It's burn sneakiness.
Sorry, it's a little hard to hear with all the gun noises. Yo, can I partake? See if these guys kill me or let me go.
Me imagining this game, but Terminator.
I mean, it's kind of like Terminator. Oh yeah, that's going straight into the prison pocket.
So interesting to see this game boom, because that will mean we'll see more extraction shooters.
Yeah, well, it's a really weird thing that it got so popular. It's like people wanted to play extraction shooters, but no one wanted to play.
Accessible one is rare. Most are extremely difficult and tight-knit, which tends to be what everyone aims for. Yeah. These people, I think, got really lucky literally by accident.
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing I think like that did it is, God, another three of them.
They're good. Good being good.
Hey guys, I'm out of here.
You know what I mean? Accident of like attention.
Yeah.
Because sometimes good things, well-made things, don't get the attention. That sucks. But it happens.
True. They hit it right. Well, I mean, they have a good reputation, knowing that they're from.
I think Finals, right? Finals is insanely popular.
Finals, but they're old Dice guys.
Oh yeah. That's where they're from.
So
I remember that.
They're from the good years of Dice.
Probably Bad Company too.
Yeah, Bad Company too.
Thriving. So whoever these new devs are carrying the torch again now, because it seems like the series is back from the grave.
Oh, Battlefield.
Yeah, everyone.
I think it is too.
So.
I think what also makes this good and why it keeps jumping up is people keep seeing the clips of it, but also the way that wipes are generally done in extraction shooters has always pushed me away from it.
Yeah, they're aggressive. Which gosh, people like sometimes. I mean, they like their hardcore.
Hey, Wargaming Dad.
Yeah, what's up?
Never mind. You're playing a game. I forgot. Never mind.
No. You can ask me. Oh, you had me do something?
I was just gonna tell you to check out Smash's stream because J Viper must have some type of light that is blasting his face. Because this dude looks whiter than powder in that movie Powder.
I'm about to be out. I'll go pull it up here real quick.
It's a
We'll do a little stream snipey.
It's like he's trying to do that like Jesus Christ thing where he's like falling from the sky and the sun's shining down.
He just wants to be seen as holy. The holy Viper.
I keep seeing everyone just shit on Yorch, and I kind of feel bad. He's like a little lost puppy.
He's kind of not on either side now, right? He's just kind of doing.
I don't know. Like, it's really funny because it's like he was depressed. I could tell when he was talking. He's like, I wish they were more like you, Grizzled Croc, or Grizzle. I was like, oh my god, this is so sad.
Oh,
I was just trying to plead to his humanity. It's because he's like, you could tell. I don't know. These people being social media, at least not the way they do it now.
Yeah.
They see that like they turn their like actual social accounts into like these influencer accounts, when it used to be just their regular, his gym pictures.
For a sequel. It pales in comparison.
Why didn't he continue doing that?
And Sony can't be happy with
Holy
it.
shit.
Here's
is white
a
as fuck.
comparison I made based on the milestones
It's a compliment.
from Ghost. And this displays
Hold on, let me see.
very deceiving chart because people are gonna be like,
That man scares
this is
me.
fake because
Like,
look, Yote's
he's so
streaking
crass.
straight up, and yet you have it cutting across.
It looks even
the-
better if you get it to where they're like side by side and they
these are
don't have a
based
web
off
page
of
up and they're bigger.
reported
Yeah, hold
dates
on, let me.
from Sony. So I would
Involving
argue
me.
it is
Boom.
actually higher at this point and keeps going higher, but because they didn't report it till further out, It looks like
If you go to
it's
negative
higher
5
right
minutes
now.
and 30 seconds,
So
it'll
it's
pull
kind
it
of a
up.
deceiving chart,
Negative
but I didn't want to
5
lie
minutes and
about
30
any numbers.
seconds.
I wanted to give the official pivot points for each time Sony
So,
announced. The same as me,
Jesus, that's a good
Everyone was
one.
telling me like my health.
He looks like a what's that really old movie with the guy who's super pale and white in the cornfields?
Isn't that what I said? Powder?
Yes, you did say Powder. I'm sorry. It didn't click in my head. Names don't work for me.
Jesus Christ.
I am terrible with movie names, game names.
I was gonna
Games
start
probably
a
better.
Neurovac server. That'd be funny.
Holy shit.
Wait, I want to take a second to wonder where I'm at. Every time I take a picture or screenshot like one of your streams with me in it, they're like, "Where are you?" It's so funny.
You could set up if you.
They're gonna get a kick out of this.
Let's see here. If you, because it's just I can't even see my thing right now. OBS, what are you doing? Oh, it's because I've got it in the way. Oh yeah, you do have your little guy in there. You could do your talking guy too if you set it up right. That is something else. Oh, Viper. He is an interesting character. I would like to know more of his history.
Why so rude?
I mean, he's just. I leave that to a lot of the guys. I could be rude sometimes. So.
I mean, I guess, but usually, like, you have like a strike system. I feel like, unless it's like particularly extra.
I have a strike system. What does that mean?
I don't know. Usually respond at least coy before the slurs come out.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I tend to try and be like I like to tell I like to keep the same energy as the person that I'm speaking with.
It's not really that often anyway, because the only people immune to that rule is the ones that get like over 200k.
Yeah, yeah.
Then they get their automatic stamp of free to do whatever.
Well, I mean, if they've been doing the same thing over and over again forever, it's like what I'm not going to talk you. I'm not going to prove any of Smash's people wrong. I just do this for the love of the game.
Hold on. We have a slight red alert moment here.
Uh-oh.
Pull
It's
up
like the
Smash's
neighborhood. This truly is the neighborhood, though, of Twitter. Our neighborhood.
Fastest selling first party
two groups
original IP.
batting.
Doing with more than 2.4
generally,
million units sold.
It's been kind of
sold
it's
globally
funny because ever
in
since
first
Airbag
3
lost that
days.
huge account,
Notice
it's been
how
kind of
Sony did
everyone.
not make this
It's so funny to me because it's really an
Not at
example.
all.
He used to have that really
Completely
big
ignored it.
account.
Completely
Everyone still
ignored it.
laments
And then
its
2 years
loss
later, we got this one.
because it was a big account.
Sucker Punch,
But
who also silent
at
right
the
now.
same time, he
With
was free to
Thrilled and
actually
Amazed,
become
Ghost of
himself
Tsushima
again.
has
He's been
officially
streaming.
sold more
Doesn't
than
do anything
8
else. Makes a quick
million
comment.
copies.
There was that funny
Thank
like
you so much
clone
to
army
everyone
thing
who's
for a
played
little
since
bit where
launch. We're so
he
incredibly
keeps
appreciative.
pleading with people
Show
in the
support.
server now to just
And
tell
we
everyone to
have,
stop. It's just he doesn't need a bajillion grapefruits
see.
after him anymore.
Oh, we already got the cope here.
All
This is
it's
not-
him. He's like, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it was going to come.
The Sony
All right,
points are
go
running.
to
It's not
minus
just
2
Paul.
minutes
It's everyone.
and
They
40
like try
seconds.
to tagging
Minus
me and
2
King
minutes
and
and 40
Grumps.
seconds.
You, your
Ugh,
George.
video.
I mean, here we go. Even
Let
you.
them.
There you
Let
are.
them.
You're
I
right
find
there.
it
There you
funny.
are. Tsushima sold 2.4 million.
Tell me what you noticed about
in
that chart.
3 days.
Is this chat
Which is
GPT?
insane. That's another one of those like people are saying
is ChatGPT.
32 days or 33 days.
Oh.
Or 32 days. It sold 3.
Uh,
I'm like, it took
is
Tsushima
like-
3 days to sell
that's like the
2.4.
new-
All right.
Don't trust Wikipedia now.
Uh,
Brand new IP.
For a brand
out of
new IP
nowhere.
that no one
'Cause that's
heard of,
just
no one played
not-
before, no one knew anything about.
Because we don't know these
2.4
these people are
million in 3 days.
gigabias. We don't know if
5
they
million
fiddled
in
with it
4
prior to
months.
this
Yep.
screenshot.
And climbed to 13 million life.
And obviously, it could
So
just
My
be
bad. My bad.
wrong.
I had the
Showing
stream
more
paused, so my
strong
timing
word
was
count and long-term appeal. Ghost Yote, despite
go to
launching
minus
on
5
PS5,
minutes.
hit
Minus
only
5 minutes.
3.3
Okay.
million in its first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
there's
said
a chart.
breaking. Sony announces
Oh,
Ghost
yeah.
Recon sales numbers. It sold 3.3 million units worldwide in the first 32 days. For a sequel, it pales in comparison to Tsushima. And Sony can't be happy with this. Here's a visual comparison I made based on the milestones from Ghost of Tsushima.
He made
This displays, this is a very deceiving chart because people are
It
like,
doesn't
"Oh,
matter that
this
actually
is
the
fake
fact that
because
he made
look,
it's even
your
worse.
taste
But look at the
is
chart when he pulls it
streaking
up
straight
big. What do you
and
notice
have it
about that
cutting
chart?
across here. You have to
Tsushima
remember,
versus
these
Ghost
are
of
based
Yotei
off of
updated sales
reported
comparison
dates
since
from
I can't
Sony.
read what the date
So
is.
I would argue it
Actual
is actually
2020
higher at this
actual
point and keeps going higher,
projected.
but because they didn't report it till further out, it looks like this is
So
higher
this
right
is
now. So
projected.
it's kind of a deceiving chart, but I didn't want to
But
lie
look
about
at
any
the
numbers.
actual
I
and then
wanted to
look at
give
what's
the
on his
official
chart.
pivot
Oh, I
points
let
for
it go.
each time Sony announced how many it
No.
sold.
It's higher.
And as you see from the chart,
The
asked
chart he made
ChatGPT
shows
to continue out a
Yotei
projected
is
market. And I honestly expected the projection to keep going. And I was gonna say, man, okay, if it does project it, it goes higher and doubles everything up. I'd be like, damn, I was.
This is
way wrong
upsetting
with
how
this.
just
But
like
no, it did exactly what I thought it was gonna do.
How people could just watch this.
And it falls way below this.
and then they think
And
they
I
get
said,
educated and
when I was creating
better
the
at
video
like
based on the milestones hit,
understanding
I asked
their
ChatGPT,
hobby
why
as a
that
whole,
goes
because these are
trailing
basically
so far
this
behind
bubble of
Tsushima?
just gaming
I said, how
dramas.
did you get
People who
that
are
outcome?
hyper fixated
And why
on
is
their
your day
hobby
falling
of
so
gaming,
far behind
or
Tsushima?
media
Short
and
summary,
stuff.
please. The
But
chart
like,
reflects verified sales
obviously everyone weirdly
milestones
knows each other in
and
this drama
realistic
circle.
projections.
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima
These
sold
people are completely losing.
2.4 million
But
in
it's just
3
like
days.
Yep.
Which
they're
is
not.
insane. That's another one.
I
I
don't
was
know
like,
how there's no shame left in them, that they're just making their audience just worse.
Well, it's like who can watch this? Like I don't understand who can watch this anymore. It started with me with like the first time I really started to see through it was I was starting to see a little bit, but I started doing research with Around Avowed, and Endymion, who I was a fan of, had mentioned the gamer tags on Steam, calling it woke and political and gay, and that struck me, and I was like, well, wait a minute, that's
that,
gamer tags. The gamers do that, so it's your people who are spamming that. It's not truthful, and that really irritated me, and I started digging digger and deeper, and that's where I became the husk of a man.
I think the last thing they kind of end up dropping about, because there wasn't really much in there. Yeah, I played the whole thing. It was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs to be more. They just need to treat it like how they did Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah.
If those rumors about a second one are true, literally just do what you did with the first to this one. Make it better.
Yeah.
But the last bit of drama was Andy actually related. He kept bringing up some book that had propaganda in it, but it was in-universe propaganda from the kind of big colonial empire that you would normally see, and it's like, well,
I remember that.
I mean, is it evil? And they talk about indoctrinating children. I mean, yeah, I guess, but this is just propaganda. I think a person playing the rated M game can disseminate that.
Right.
That's what I don't get. What they treat gamers like babies. Like we're not babies. You know, we can understand these themes, and they're not really complex. Children can get that. They can see this as creepy, and they can understand that that's a flaw of this faction, maybe. Right? You can disseminate that.
Well, I've been playing.
You know, I haven't mentioned yet. Literally the unjoinable bad guy faction of Outer Worlds 2 is communism.
Unjoinable faction is communism. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, there's a story with that, is they ran out of budget to make them joinable. But which is whatever, it's fine. They did it well enough where it's like they're kind of a doomed faction that's quite literally the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm.
They literally have a Lenin. They literally have Stalin. They literally have they refer to themselves as the commune. What else can I even say?
Yeah, right. What can you do?
They have brain. They have a guy called the Sovereign, and it's an oligarchy. So like this is it's a genetic royalty too. So they keep, and they have a thing called mental refreshment, if you can imagine. What that could possibly mean. And they have all their radio station is entire songs about report your neighbors.
Oh,
So
I
isn't that
remember.
crazy? People have talked about how Obsidian is crazy will propagate the bad guy factions.
I mean, it's like
The giga capitalist factions there, yeah, and they make jokes about it, but they're not actually focused this time. Literally, the bad guy faction.
Well, the original
kind of important.
Yeah, I mean, it is true. The original Fallout isn't about capitalism, being negative. I mean, there were,
Pessimistic about it. It's
yeah,
not
it's
like trying to say
pessimistic
no
about
to
it.
it.
Yeah,
It's critical.
true, but that's not like the general
Comedic.
Yeah, but I mean, you can take it that way, especially when you start to hear things, and then it's become more that way as Bethesda took over, which I don't see anything wrong with that. It's an interesting story to tell. Cyberpunk does the same thing.
Nuances there. You see it a lot, and like 76 is currently the only thing really doing anything game-wise, story-wise. So I've always been critical when they do new stuff, and I always see some little takes of making me double take and think about it. Like, things the way it is what it is kind of sometimes is a big thing with that universe. How to just live with it.
Well, it's
a lot of people should learn.
I like.
What's that pink weapon?
It is the Hull Cracker.
Is that like a legendary? Is why it's pink? Or
yeah, it's epic. It's not legendary. Legendary is gold. The only legendary I have.
Classic gold. Yeah.
Oh, I can't. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you, Scrappy. I have your apricots. I don't have your lemons. I need to go get your lemons.
Yeah, I've been jamming to that game though, like crazy.
This
I'm
one?
now on the second playthrough. No, Outer Worlds.
Oh, Outer Worlds. I've heard that it was, better than the first one.
Way
I haven't.
better. I got bold for once because I actually kind of dropped it because I just got bored. No, I stuck.
Nice. Yeah, it's rare for me to completely stick.
Got music. Got whole new music is actually crazy to me. Like there's 3 whole radio stations. One was like the Giga Capitalism one. There's the Protectorate one. That's the I've seen people refer to it as fascism, which I guess technically communism is a form of fascism. Is it?
Communism?
I'm so confused sometimes though. Like
they come from.
I personally think it is because they refer to themselves commune, and they're little basically just USSR or space USSR to me.
Yeah. I mean, like there's I guess if I remember right, like when it comes to like the Communist Manifesto not the Communist Manifesto. What was Marxism?
Consider itself separate technically.
Yeah, Marxism, which was kind of the start of all of it, kind of led in different directions to communism in one direction and fascism in the next.
Variants,
So yeah, there's similar in a way, but
I guess you could just say totalitarianism.
Totalitarianism.
Yeah, that's just
true.
An umbrella, perfect umbrella right there. But I kind of like it being raw because this game feels more raw than the first one. Like it's a little bit more serious while being colorful at the same time.
Nice. Yeah, the other one was just it got pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that one felt more like a Futurama episode of a game. Those DLC was arguably better, but when you have one DLC literally written by the person who did Outer Wilds, that's a god tier indie game, or one of the god tiers. Because I literally anybody on the planet who has not played Outer Wilds, please play it.
It's on my list. I can tell you that.
It is an experience. You can only do it once because it's a beautiful game, and it's very good. Like for what it is crazy good. But the writer of that game wrote that DLC, and it was amazing. Like tons of twists, tons of like things, and then I think they moved on to write other stuff too. I think they wrote some stuff for this one, but this game just feels like a real ripe RPG. Classic, solid. I kind of got what the Kingdom Come Deliverance dude was saying, but I don't know. He's a little pessimistic, dude. I wouldn't even take that to heart.
Yeah.
People took. I'm glad nobody really kind of did because it was like, eh. It was one of those eye rolling moments where it's like kind of true, but I think people are thirsting for just something all good, right? Especially when I kind of want to see what they can do now. And this is like 90% to the way of how New Vegas is to me. It kind of matches it, especially replayability. There are actually
90%.
Yeah, to it in terms of like kind of what you would want from like the gameplay. You know, variations. You want to see reactivity, how things change on playthroughs. It's very nice on playthroughs because it's not super long. It's like 25 hours if you really want to focus the main quest and some side content. But I kind of bum rushed it to see kind of how the shitty ending is, and it's so fucking funny. But the second playthrough I wanted to do the idiot playthrough. 'Cause I was curious because New Vegas was fun doing the low int one. You just pick you can pick the background, and surprisingly, these backgrounds do feel like they're really active enough where they matter and give you that role play that you can like really just stick with, like cowboy or something. But I got like my background was like I'm literally a cashier who fumbled upwards into like a spy position in Space CIA. And you get the intro changes. The cinematic has different like writing talking about how the guy he's just a welder, how you even got into his position for this mission to infiltrate like this, secluded solar system of the protectorate, super secret society that invented their hyperdrives, but nobody engaged with them because they're all supposed to be brainwashed citizens.
I mean, this sounds like fun.
The first one.
It was okay. I think it was like I hated the fact that the ending was literally there's two endings and there's nothing more. That was like my biggest gripe. I'm like, man, this doesn't feel really like diverse.
So you're saying the second one was a lot better because you said it was like 90% New Vegas.
Oh yeah,
I thought the first one was very mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
It was almost like a freaking demo at this point. This one feels like a proper game. Sure, it could be just a $60 game. Honestly, if they were insane, I would have made it a $50 game. Not because it actually is $50, because I think it's a $60 game. If New Vegas was 60, this is $60. Come on, there's literally more content than that game.
Yeah.
But if this was 50 on a crazy bravery, I kind of feel like they could have done some cool ass PR with that, maybe. Because this was the year for to do it, but I don't think Microsoft was gonna give that. So.
There's no fucking way Microsoft would have done that.
No, they already buckled on 80, which was Microsoft being high on Nintendo's farts. Literally, there's no other way, right?
Yeah.
They knew they wanted to throw Obsidian into the wolves on that one. There's no way they were gonna do that. I don't believe for a minute it was Obsidian even thought. They even joke about it now. Like they made a live action like trailer back in August where they were poking fun at that. But who knows? It could have been PR too.
Yeah, it could be. It's all owned corporation.
Oh god, that's like Inception PR. If they did PR, wait, that fits the kind of funny haha capitalism stuff. It just keeps going. It sucks.
They've already won.
Because that's the corniness of it. It's like you kind of respect it. They call themselves capitalists, but their society is like a really kind of weird, idealistic. You gotta respect how corny it is, because you're gonna get ripped off or not, and because everyone respects to be open about it, because that's just how the deal is. I don't know. It's cool. It's like you kind of, but that's like when your options are that. The unjoinable communism, the sub-faction that split off from them, which are all a society of matched petitions, which you're not gonna, I don't think we're all gonna enjoy living in that if that was our society. Yeah, it makes some good music though. The radio, I love their radio station actually. It's all songs that are just math and explaining math, but they're really
a lot
catchy.
of people say they like their radio.
Oh my god, I love it. I haven't listened to like the the aunties one, which is like they're more jangly jingles and like jazz. I like the other ones because I don't know, the USSR music, it just sounds cool. Playing gameplay of that is honestly pretty epic. But then the math one, you get more of like the sci-fi more stuff. But they're like a joinable function, but there's just so many paths, and again, the game not being absurdly long gives me more ideas to try different things out, and there's enough builds to actually really... Oh yeah, there's a metric fuck ton of outfits. Ton of fucking guns. The sound design is good. The gun animations are weirdly good. Yeah, the guns are pathetic in the first game. Here, they actually feel like they got an actual good-ass animator to do all of it.
Yeah, I hated the...
And they're so cool! Some of them are so damn cool! And some actually do react differently based off of, like, if you're aiming down sight or not. The revolver does a fan the hammer if you're not aiming down. If you're aiming down, you can do, like, the individual shots.
Huh.
And it's so cool. But there's, like, all sorts of fucking crazy weapons. They have, like, the basically the what was the big gun, the BFG from Doom? They have one in this game, and it's so fun.
Nice.
Are you playing this on PC or Xbox?
PC.
Are you playing this on Game Pass or did you buy it?
No, I bought it.
I got it, yeah.
Oh, excuse me, you're talking to him.
Yeah, I bought it because I wanted to actually start it, you know. I was one of the games I was kind of crossing my fingers for the most this year, to be honest. Avowed was okay, but then I realized I kind of got comfortable with the idea of what their vision was, and that's how I kind of enjoyed it. Disappointed it wasn't quite like the Elder Scrolls it could have been. But if they do this sort of like, if their pattern is quite truly every freaking new thing they do is a demo, the next game's probably going to be really good. And be properly... I feel like, though, you have to really get into their universe, though, too. I didn't get into their universe as much as this one, though. But that's probably because I feel like the more factions are more interesting. And you're kind of surrounded by literally moral ambiguity to a point where, like, you're really having to think a lot. Or think for yourself, because you're just kind of in the den of all sorts of, like, you know, things could have consequences you don't realize, or doing something nice could be, like, a problem. You don't know. But it's pretty cool.
I like the game. I like games like that where there's that moral ambiguity, like you can't do the right thing.
You're just like, yeah. But yeah, you can be pretty evil.
Nice.
Yeah, you can be pretty evil, you could be the Paragon, you can be snarky, you could be... Oh, back to that. I'm doing the dumb playthrough, and every time I get the option, and it's pretty frequent when I get that, and plus the being like, I failed upward thing, it just gives me that vibe that everyone's treating me like I'm special. And it's so funny. Like, I'm useful, but like, they're just like one bad moment from calling me the slur. And it's so funny. And I'm like, I'm like, yes, because I knew Vegas was great to do it, and it's just wonderful every time it pops up the option. Like, yes, do it. I'm dumb.
So, have you ever played the? Go ahead.
Based on the comment that I replied to you on before, what percentage of the NPC population have you eliminated?
I haven't done a murder run, but you are capable of killing every single NPC you come across in that game. Nice. And it's incredible to me. I don't think
the way that
people are
comment
talking about
sounded, it sounded like you were just going through like a plague or something.
Okay, so okay, sure. Okay, I save scum sometimes super out of curiosity in my first run. Like, I got those inner demons that sometimes activate when it's like, wow, it gives me the option, huh?
Whoa. But you can't say that, man. Smash is gonna hear that. He's gonna hear that. He's gonna be like, look at these LGBTQs with the inner demons. He's gonna say it.
He's watching. He's watching right now. Dad's queer friend likes devils.
I'll get I'll ask Melanie Mac to cleanse me.
Get in here quickly. That leaper.
But yeah, I would say kudos to Obsidian for making a pretty solid game.
Nice.
60 probably would have been like solid ass PR though. And they probably would have gotten some more copies, arguably, because you never know. People love 60.
Well, keep in mind, They just announced the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition for $60. So
that's not even.
Huh.
So, but yeah, I know. Now everyone's mods are busted for a little bit.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's modding life.
Yeah.
I experienced that in RimWorld like constantly.
Oh yeah, but if the bug fixes are supposedly as good as they are, maybe we'll see.
do either of you want to Switch to?
Well,
I
to me, no, the Switch 2, no. I would like it if
I refuse to pay for it
properly. But that too, I don't know. I would like to play Donkey Kong maybe, but otherwise, I don't really have the biggest drive for it right now.
Morgan, did you say no?
Yeah. I told my wife that I'm not paying for what those things cost.
Maybe when they're a little cheaper.
Now, do either of you have a Switch 1?
Yes.
I think my roommate does.
All right, so you don't, Grizzle.
No.
All right, now, is one of the reasons you don't have a Switch 2 because you were waiting for a more powerful Switch, but then Nintendo was just being a complete dick, or was it a different reason?
Doesn't the Switch 2 not have an OLED?
It does not.
So that's probably like, there's probably gonna be an OLED one. The standard of the next standard, like the Switch like 2i or 2S. I would call it the 2S.
Mine's clearly just the cost of it. I refuse to pay.
Oh, you know, I call it a Super Switch 2, but Nintendo hates fun.
So, I'm one of those people that actually won't buy stuff if I think it's too much.
I don't really. Honestly, I keep thinking about one day getting a PS Vita.
PS Vita. No, I want a Steam Deck.
That too is a good little that's probably your pinnacle of mobile, because you can do basically. Honestly, I hated to say. I keep saying I want a PS Vita. I want it for like the nostalgia. But yeah, you're right. You could totally get your Steam Deck and just emulate literally everything on the planet.
Mm-hmm. It's also too like it's connected to my Steam is where I had the most games. I switched over to Steam very early, so I would rather
making sure they're verified. 'Cause I think even Outer Worlds is verified too.
Nice. So, what about you, Damaged? Do you have a Switch too?
I really wanted one until I found out the price, and the price wasn't the issue by itself.
Yeah.
It was combined with the fact, like Grizzled said, there's no OLED screen.
Yeah.
And two, what really set me off on top of everything was when they were going to charge, well, not gonna, they did charge for the fucking system demo. And that's when I said, fuck these guys.
Yeah, that's pretty, everything that I saw with that, I was like, yeah, no, this just isn't for me. I'm not paying $80. Like, I never bought the Mario Kart on my Switch 1 because I was like, maybe one day they'll actually put it on sale. I just coped real hard until I realized that was never going to happen. Oh yeah, the scummy from Nintendo.
Yeah, like I don't get the culture with that.
Yeah.
And they're just cruising on by. They're one of the richest fucking. I think they're like the richest gaming company on the planet, by the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why
they're not the richest gaming company. They have the most cash on hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's the most cash on hand because they just sit on it because they make so much money and they don't really do anything.
They don't have debt. That's what it is. They just don't have debt. The debt they have is so negligible that like anything they do just makes money and it doesn't matter.
Like Nintendo couldn't buy Activision Blizzard like Microsoft. But the difference is that like Microsoft compared to Nintendo is like David versus Goliath, but in this case, David has like a golden sling. He's got a fucking crown made out of gold. Like, you know what I mean? Like
he's a god. Goliath is but a weak mortal.
Yeah, Nintendo is something else. But it looks like at least part of their case is not going their way.
Yeah. I legit can't think of like the next big drama beyond just Cortana maybe being looking
For
like
me,
for Halo 1. People
I'm just
forgetting
gonna
about
look.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for just slop that I can enjoy. Like that. There's some of the stuff that Q is sent that I may look at. The more shitter
Yeah, you
dramas.
got your guys with that who are more aware of that than probably me. I'm just chilling around.
Do you both have Game Pass?
I don't anymore. I dropped it like a.
I mean, I would if things were normal in the world.
That's another thing that's like I don't play. Like I did the math of what I actually play on there, and my son plays Minecraft, which I've already bought on there, and Goat Simulator 3, which I can't buy on there unless I have Game Pass. Oh hell yeah!
You can't buy Goat Simulator unless you have Game Pass?
I can't play it unless I have Game Pass. You can only buy Goat Simulator on an Xbox. You can't buy it on a PC.
Oh, that's on Epic Games Store.
Why don't you just buy it on Steam?
I did. That's once like before I was using Game Pass when it was cheap. I was using it to play games that were coming out new, like Avowed. I played for a little bit and was like, nah, this isn't for me, and a couple other games like that. But then once they were like, hey, we're upping the price, I was like, yeah, it's not worth it anymore. I could spend that money on games.
I love checking victims. The current thing, he's all about his waifu of the month PC thingy right now.
Mm-hmm.
And in his Discord, the announcement for backers included less details than the announcement made on X, inexplicably. No respect. Man has no respect for his fucking the gamers giving him actual money.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a show, and he's just trying to milk him until it's dead. He knows he's never going to make that game.
He's gonna wait it out until he's gone from the earth.
Yeah, he's just trying to die before that happens.
Okay, 4K a month, and it's like he does nothing. He gets. What is he doing? He doesn't. He clearly doesn't go see movies. He doesn't pay for anything. He's clearly not enjoying video games anymore. Not even just like becoming a. I feel like he could actually become a retro gamer for once, but he won't.
He could do something.
People, 4K could manage you some like indie random people desperate to do work help from like gaming scene. I'm sure there's got to be people in their circles that have any ounce of talent. Like he's got a fucking indie dev dude who got complaining that he got kicked out of the indie scene for being too anti-woke, and he's clearly a dipshit. But
the one who makes, you're talking about the one with the little green alien head? Yeah. You know what? I lost a lot of respect for that guy.
Baby. I knew who he was from the beginning. I knew there was something fishy about his ass. That was like, okay, you probably did something pretty scummy, and you're masking it under like your actual opinion, which is probably dislikable in general, whatever. But you're just going right to a fucking scummy dude and scummy people instead of just being a nice guy and being like showing the world that you were treated bad. No, you're just a shitty guy too.
Yeah, he made an indie game. I forget the name of it, but it was one that I want. Oh hell yeah! It was one that I wanted to play, and then he came out with a second one that's a lot more detailed. It's like Dwarf Fortress inspired. Grums is just an activist at this point. Yeah, all of them are just activists at this point. Very Dwarf Fortress or Dwarf Fortress Adventure style.
Yeah,
that he's been working on, and he did come out and say one thing like. I don't remember if he said there wasn't gonna there I think is like a marriage mechanic and he wasn't gonna do gay marriage or something like that, but I was like, it's his game, I don't care. But I don't know where he I guess got kicked out of communities. I don't know what he said to piss people off. Where am I at? I'm at 13 minutes. I'm gonna hit this and then get out of here.
Yeah, like I get indie communities have their own drama, but like that's just their community. I've coming to learn that like one of the biggest things that's a fault is the idea of X being the everything app, and I don't think these communities were ever meant to be algorithm influenced to be butting heads all the time.
Yeah,
It's just not. It's like almost artificial. There's just too many communities just too close to each other, and then you get these people who are like have these networks above all of them to masquerade all this drama and at least nudge it. And we see it a lot.
There's part of me that wonders like how, like I think it's, I was looking at statistics or what people I don't know if it's statistics or polling or what it is, where they're saying like 25% of Americans are on X, but I feel like in at least, and this is feelings, you know, so take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
That it's not that much. Like I don't know anybody in any of my circles, and I'm older, I guess, that are that way. I wonder how many are. Oh, I've never looked out that way.
Everyone acts like I'm crazy when I even reference half the stuff I see.
See, and that's kind of like what it is with me too. Like how much of it is bots that are like VPNing into the United States?
Yeah. It's like scary, but
dead internet
it
theory
influences everyone. It influences the people that it needs to influence.
I bring a key.
Didn't you really say that about like any social media though?
Yeah.
True.
I was saying social media just never should have evolved past just quirky farm games and talking about Linda's shitty cooking and that drama. And like posting about like the food you ate at like McDonald's at 4 a.m. And it's like, I get like talking, and people having their own opinions. People's random opinion does not need to be shoved on a giga algorithm that eventually rewards it on its crazy. People should be able to free to explore, make art friends normally, and or have. That's what Blue Sky had a really strong grab for, is how its algorithm works. Is you have a free algorithm of just whoever you're following specifically, or you can have your For You. Your following is literally your following, purely. And there's nothing, and it's very hard, strict about it. But God, those devs are slow. They're fucking snails.
Red Stain says,
I mean, like, not specifically, but like, are you in your 30s or are you in your 20s?
I turn 30 in the 15th of next month.
Okay, now Wargaming Dad, you're like me, right? Aren't you in your like mid to late 30s?
No, I'm 41.
Close enough. Okay, so Grizzle, what was the first social, like, I'm trying to think here because you said you're gonna turn 30 soon. So I'm trying to think here. So what was the first social media experience you can remember?
Facebook.
Okay, so you remember Facebook. Now, was this early Facebook when all you had was your friends? Or was this Facebook when you had your friends, but then they started trickling in that other bullshit? Like the public bullshit.
I stopped engaging with Facebook in 2013. But I remember enough where people were just at each other from the neighborhood, and that's how everyone just communicated.
Okay, so you remember Facebook when it was just basically local stuff?
Mainly, yeah. Like, if you're at middle school, everyone had a Facebook, so...
I think that was like... That and like MySpace. I don't know if you remember MySpace, right?
Yeah, I remember MySpace. That was the only social media I had for the longest time. I refused to go to Facebook.
By the time I was aware of it.
So you kind of had like a similar problem than you have today. The difference is as you remember about Facebook, the way you remember it, when like at least the earlier part was it kept it local. So at the very least, you didn't go insane from like nationwide and international bullshit. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would. Redstain says his first social media experience was YouTube back in 2013.
Yeah, YouTube is also, I guess, could be considered, but that's everyone then, because shoes was the best thing ever.
But yeah, I mean, I could.
YouTube is a treasure.
Early YouTube was a treasure.
YouTube. All the weird Barbie exploding videos.
All I'm saying is, because I'm about to get off here, all I'm saying is,
that's right, me too.
Social media today is a fucking shit show.
Yeah, it's way too marketed now.
Before, as you remember, even though you had bullshit when it came to local stuff, it wasn't like just a flood of bullshit. Most of the stuff you saw was either stuff you wanted to see, as in like friends and family and stuff, or if it was bullshit, it was at least like, oh, who's running for mayor? What is that mayor dealing with? Was the election going on locally? It wasn't like all this fucking like somebody like SmashJT would not exist. Somebody like no one would. Okay, I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. I need a rebuttal for that one.
It's clipped. No.
That's gonna get fucking clipped because I said Smash
wouldn't exist.
It wouldn't even matter if I said Smash. I could have said Andrew Tate because I said somebody on like a far spectrum on any political side. If I said Alyssa Mercante, I would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Like what I mean is that there's no far reach. Smash would have been talking to people in California. Alyssa would have been talking to people in New York. And even then, it wouldn't have even been all of California or all of New York. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
You're saying what I mentioned in terms of like fandoms being too close. Actual communities across the country are far too integrated in one tiny space.
Well, it's now you can hear everything. Like it goes to the day. It goes similar to like when it was word of mouth. You don't think your neighborhood is safe because you can't hear about the murder in a different completely area. But now people will.
Yeah, Grizzle brought up YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Remember early YouTube, all the big YouTubers, like none of it was political. Like the worst you had, like the most annoying motherfucker on the platform was like Smosh. It was fucking Smosh.
Yeah.
It was just some like
do-do-heads.
skater kid. It was some skater kid. Okay, not skater. Email. I don't know what the fuck you call it. I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember what Smosh was. But I remember like the fucking like long spiky hair. I don't know if it was skater or emo or whatever it was. But the point is it wasn't political. It wasn't like this mass hatred. It was more like, oh, this is just a teenager doing bullshit, and all the adults hated it while all of us kids loved it, and we're like, what the fuck? But like, it wasn't like a just like mass hatred across the board. It was beautiful.
Everything's so angry.
The dramas that happened were low stakes. People were beefing about other things. I mean, even then, it didn't really start to get bad until what, the Leafy era?
Yeah, I guess Leafy was pretty bad.
Leafy was around when Content Cop started.
Yeah.
That's when it started going downhill.
I didn't know anything about Leafy except through the lens of Pyrocynical, because I was always watching him.
That's an interesting character too.
I was a big fan of his since the MLG Teletubby invention, the genre he invented. And then his somehow he got escaped from the worst way you can get canceled.
He's like it was crazy, that whole drama.
His worst kinks got exposed at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And now it's more of just it's so hilarious in the far reaches of the furry community where everyone keeps eye rolling like, yes, the joke, yes, he's an inflation for yes. Every time something big and round in the mainstream media pops up, it's like tags Pyrocynical. And they already have their own like furry Wojaks because everyone has to keep doing it like a Muppet.
The internet's a crazy place.
Subcultures are awesome when they're just still normal.
True.
I think awesome, but they're still normal.
Some don't deserve to overlap or judge each other. Like, God, I wish lollies would just leave furries alone. The same, vice versa. It's like I appreciate they're the worst, but that's biased.
Can I just say that one statement is the reason why I need the woke and anti-woke, like whatever the most prominent names are. It doesn't matter the size of the channel, but the ones that speak the most, I need them to go live, and I need to hear that shit. I need to hear the debate live, because if Grizzled said that in front of Grum, SmashJT, that whole group of people, that there's some cultures, oh my god, they would have went the fuck off. And the funny thing is the woke side wouldn't do that. The woke side goes after the opposite, kind of like, why did this go silent all of a sudden?
What do you mean?
The game went, everything went silent. The game went
because I have it. No. Can you hear me?
It's like a spotlight went on me or something.
Oh, he's
We're just listening.
Turn the
to you.
sound down. Put the spotlight on me. Like, what the fuck?
That's right. I want you to. You're the show right now. You're speaking. People listen. You didn't get camera shy.
that shot kind of got everyone. I forget I had to hold this button. I was like, I was like, man, there's no sound. Everyone got quiet. The game got quiet. I thought I dropped out.
It's that moment when the entire room gets quiet and you're talking to your friend loud.
Logan Paul shouldn't exist in any form. A man having done the things he did that are that morally reprehensible.
Well, unfortunately,
I don't think he's earned I don't think he's earned like the peace from that. Is my opinion. It seems like a character that he just won't do it because he knows he'll just get arrested for it. But I don't know. I don't like him.
I'll say damaged with what you said. It's like I think the woke and anti-woke could revitalize their channels by, instead of yelling at video game devs and things like that, doing like what you're explaining is basically what Twitch poll was. You know, political people of different specs coming in and just yelling at each other essentially, or saying out of pocket things, debating, whatever you want to talk about. I think that could revitalize all of them to get in the rooms with opposite people. The problem is there will be some people, and I might even be one of them, that gets what's it called? Skilled out, I guess. Like, I may not be that great a debater. Like, I know someone like Smash, obviously watching his last one, he's not a wordsmith, but some of these guys could probably come in here and have back and forths, and people would watch.
Bills, if you've seen him around, he's got the Billy the Go avatar.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
He's very stout with his wording.
Yeah, he is.
Because anybody who wants to go act insane looks insane. It's like, why are you yelling at him back this hard? Jeez.
Billy who?
Splurging out. Bills or...
It's like Bill the Goat.
Billy the Goat.
Billy the Goat. He popped in one day, and he's been like popping into my
comment section
ever since. Yeah, comment sections ever since.
He loves debating any people on like, just like, why are you so angry at on a subject, or like maybe this is a little too much, that kind of thing. He's the old classic we're trying really hard to reason thing, but he does it in a very respectful form that's very, very nice.
Yeah, Billy Capara, or at it Billy Gote.
He's fun.
Yeah, I thought about inviting him on stream one time.
Oh yeah, he's been very right now helping. He's been like at people about like just being dumb about Predator right now, because they're just completely off the wall about that movie, because they have all completely can't let a single thing go by without it being evil, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Red Stain says, man, we humans are much more violent than animals. It's crazy. Yeah, actually, humans are so violent that we've made entire species go extinct by accident.
I haven't seen... Dispatch is interesting because now has Dispatch is like, I don't want to get into that. I like watching people play the game in the other Discord. But I'm never getting into computing online because they're so dramatic, like insane levels of drama in that community. But that's just because it's also parasocial as hell. Telltale games are always like that, and that's kind of like the magic of it. But yeah, that game could be considered what woke is, but it's well written and popular. But I haven't seen a word mentioned from them because it has everything they want to. A lot of female characters look great, like conventionally great.
Yeah. Well, you got to be careful when you're setting that standard. You about to head out, Damage?
It's like options for them. Like again, not wholly.
Yeah, I'm about to get off here, but did you know that Smash said he was invited to the Game Awards?
Yeah, I heard that. There's part of me that wonders, like, was he invited to the Game Awards, or was he invited to the real Game Awards?
Yeah. Well, he's definitely going to it because he went to the last one.
Did he? He says he didn't go to the last one.
Oh,
Well, but the only person that can invite him is
to go though. Technically, he appeared as one of like the journalist guys, though, right?
Oh, that was for the real Game Awards. We're talking about the Game Awards.
Oh,
yeah, the real what's Geoff Keighley?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna get invited by Geoff anytime. He could probably just get a ticket.
He's saying that he did get invited.
Right, but here's the thing. The way that's worded makes it sound like he's invited by Geoff. If he was invited by Geoff, that's getting invited by the Game Awards. But he's getting invited to attend.
Oh,
That's like if I bought two tickets and I'm like, hey Jeff, or not Jeff, sorry. I'm like, hey Smash, do you want to come to the Game Awards with me? And he's like, oh, I was invited to attend the Game Awards. It's like, who invited you? It wasn't Geoff. It wasn't anyone that has anything to do with the Game Awards, but like he words it like it is. This is such horseshit.
Yeah, well, it's the like you think back. What was it? Last year the first real Game Awards? Yeah, like
is this early this year and like
early this year, right. So like all the drama that happened with all the anti-wokes and them going back and forth. He went back and forth with Geoff, didn't he?
John De La Rose and Smash listed them together as that was really funny.
Yeah. So it's like why would he get invited to that knowing the kind of figure that he is? But then again, I've also heard Smash say that he's got like 5 big time CEOs of game companies in his DMs too. So it's like I don't believe that.
No, I don't think that's what it. I mean, that's what he's trying to portray.
They're disrespectful to their own image.
I just want to clarify for Grizzled here. Stuttering Craig said that come to the real Game Awards and dump that invite in the trash. So that just to clear it up, he's not talking about the quote unquote real Game Awards. He's talking about the actual.
No, it's just a ploy for just advertisement. This cheap drama. Hi, I got invited to the real Game Awards. Come throw that away. And it's not. Yeah, sure.
Here's the
There's
thing.
No stakes. You can just print. He can just print out a fake letter, and that's it.
It suspiciously happened right after he quoted a tweet where Alyssa was saying that there weren't press passes for people, so she wasn't getting invited to the awards. And then like the next day he said, I've been invited to the Game Awards.
I didn't know Airbag's going because he knows the sound guy's inviting him.
But again, like I feel like this is one of the most manipulative things I've ever heard from him, because he says I've been invited to attend the Game Awards. It's like I like because his out here is him is what he's gonna say is I didn't say that I've been invited by the Game Awards. I was just invited to attend it. And it's like, yeah, but like, you know what that sounds like.
Yeah, you know what you're trying to do with that.
You weren't given, and to Grizzled's thing about the whole, they don't give Well, who said they don't give press passes? Was it you or Grizzle?
Alyssa. I was the one that was saying it. Alyssa said that they weren't giving out press passes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, they do, but you have to be like major fucking press.
Yeah.
I hate you. Like,
Of course
You know
not.
what I mean, like everyone knows that IGN's fucking going, right?
Yeah.
Like,
But Alyssa Mercante.
I don't know, man. Like this one, like of all the bullshit he like throws out there, like it's like, why are you doing this, man? Like this. It's so out there that like I know his audience is that retarded. But it's like besides the point. It's like, why do you want an audience that retarded? You know what I mean?
Because it's easy to manipulate, and they really do to the trap. Just like they get called fascists for a reason, because they seem so they do legit treat their audience like little drones of dummies that they want the little stuff to be that they want their vibes versus actually thinking for themselves and wondering more about things. Like, even though they can't just forever just stop. Oh, we hate all journalists. Let's just replace the current journalists. Smash.
But he's not a journalist. He argued with me that he's not a fucking journalist, and he hates journalists.
Acts like literally when he researches things, he posts about it. He's got a blog.
That is not a blog. It is a news site. It says on it is a news site.
It's even more official, I guess. Whatever. To his credit, I guess now. But he just acts like he's your average Joe, and I'm like, you want to take the role because you feel that there's something wrong, and there are things that could be better, and there are things that are wrong, and there's people who are wrong. But you can't just become Satan version of it, where now you're just. This is not even cringe. It feels even more diabolical that you treat your people and like babies, like gamers, like babies.
Redstain says
fucking Jay Viper. Jay Viper's in on it. He says the Game Awards could be a little bit more based this year. # the Game Awards. Quote tweeting him saying I've been invited to it. Oh my.
Yeah, it's fake.
I'm logging off. I'm getting off here. I can't.
I think they just Red Saint says I think they just do what they do to own the libs, and it's just like the left was doing it to own the chuds. Yeah, I think when it comes to a lot of the anti-woke figures, they're much more into their channels, and if they don't keep, the problem with rage bait is you have to keep it going or people get bored and leave. And with the less and less obvious things that they can point to as woke.
Did you see the copies sold from Ghost of Yotais got confirmed?
Oh, did they get confirmed? What are their copies at?
3 hours ago, Game Awards post. Can you guess?
5,000 or 5 million.
I wish. I think they wish. No, 3.3 million copies to date.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
That's
what
it.
was
There you go.
Yeah, so
That's
there's
pretty
the
official.
numbers.
Game Awards. So how much is Ghost of Yotai? A copy of Ghost of, I want to say 70, right? They're all like 70. Alright. 70 times get my calculator.
David's just dipped out. He's like, fuck it, I'm done.
He went EP time.
Yeah.
Where's my comma? Right, guys, put 0. I'm done. Here. There we go. Oh, baby.
We'll just go to here because we're probably about to get out anyway.
Oh, baby, though.
What?
Wasn't it like similar to Ghost of Tsushima's price, right? It's like
it hasn't been confirmed how much it costs, but they're saying it's around that 60 million.
Since it's sold and it's not a subscription service, so they can get it literally. This is raw numbers. They have made $231 million.
Nice. So profit, baby.
That is that's a giga profit, bro.
Well,
Gross.
if you've seen anything of it, I think the brain rot from Smash and J Viper got to Sector. I don't blame him. Yeah, it did. His head was hurting. But the new move is it's not doing as good as Tsushima did. So that's the cope that they have. We'll see if any numbers come up. But with that, I'm gonna call it Grizzle. Red Stain, it's good to have you here. Anyone else that's sitting on the channel or anyone who listens after, like and subscribe, help me out, get me up to that next goal of 200. Got anything to say before we go, Grizzle?
No, good night, all.
All right, see y'all later, guys. Where is my? Bye. Hold on. My thing disappeared. My actual turn off the stream button. Where did it go? I'm just gonna have to close OBS, I guess. Ma'am, I hope you are, man. I hope you get in drama with the anti-woke.